wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ Show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast. No, don't get her pissed. It's Jason talks like a spaz, and they love to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ Show.
Yeah, what is up? Welcome to the KVJ Show. Hello and happy Thursday.
Hello, happy Thursday to you.
You know, as soon as you get rain, it just turns everything crazy in South Florida, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah.
The only saving grace is, yes, it's a little rainy out there this morning, but at least it's not as cold as it was a few days ago.
Yeah, that's true.
Because rain and cold, it's just miz.
Is it me, or are we having a rainier than normal winter?
I feel like it's rainier and it's less consistent. It'll be 40, then it'll be 80.
Right, it's all over the place. You can't figure out what to do. I mean, getting ready in the morning, you're like, I don't know what to wear. You're like, okay, it's going to be a hot day. And then when you think it's going to be hot, it's cold. Like, what the heck is going on?
It's going through menopause.
It really is. It's just a crazy roof all over the place. So it was raining kind of hard on my way here, and then it kind of stopped. So probably going to be on and off, I guess, throughout South Florida today. But why is it just immediately, as soon as it starts raining, people can't drive?
Welcome to South Florida.
Yeah, that's just kind of crazy. So there you go. Well, I think Bird is got bird issues today, so he'll be here in a bit.
I think he can't find his keys, was
Okay.
what Denny's told me.
Yeah.
But I think he found them, but it set him back.
Okay.
Maybe he found them too late.
Okay. All right. So at some point, we should be seeing the bird. He should hopefully be here. So just not right now. So he'll be here in a bit, and he's going to be trying to drive fast with wet roads. So
Hopefully those tires aren't bald.
Yeah, take your time,
That could be
big guy.
a bad combination.
it could be a terrible combination. So he'll be here shortly.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
All right. What are you thinking about here today, Virginia?
Am I mean?
Are
or
you mean?
Am I a bitch for not sharing yesterday? So we had a big photo shoot here at the radio station. We took our new KVJ headshots.
Yeah.
I'm sure mine are going to look terrible because I'm all bloated from all the Super Bowl food I ate, but that's a different story. So I'm in the bathroom getting ready, and some of the other people that had to be photographed were also getting ready. There was
Okay.
other pictures taken of
Okay.
other people that work here.
Okay.
And one of my coworkers wanted to share my makeup.
Share your makeup.
And I was like, I don't know. And then
Now-
I had an awkward moment, and then I said, I'm sorry, I have to go. They're waiting for me. And they weren't waiting for me. And I just ran out of there.
Now, which of the makeup?
I don't know, but I think sharing makeup with a stranger is not good.
Now, are we talking, because it's not all the same, like lipstick? That would be tough to share, right? Because you're touching lips.
She wasn't specific. She just looked at my makeup and was like, ooh, can I borrow some stuff? And I was like, I gotta go. And I grabbed all my stuff and ran out.
So the answer is no.
The answer was definitely no.
Yeah, I don't know, because, I don't really wear makeup, so I've never been faced with that. I don't know what the etiquette is.
Imagine a sales guy sees you in the bathroom and you're cleaning your ears with Q-tips and he wants
Yeah.
to share your Q-tip. It's kind of the same thing.
Like the same Q-tip.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm very much you know what? I'm all about sharing, but I'm like, you know what? You just keep it.
It's very personal. Makeup goes on your face, the brushes
Right.
and the liner. They touch your face, your eyes, your lips. I don't know. I'm not down with sharing.
Yeah, I kind of get you on that.
I felt bad, but it was so awkward because there's no way to politely decline and now still be friends with that person.
Yeah, so far all the ladies in the KVJ TV chat room are saying, yeah, you don't share makeup.
Okay, good.
Yeah, that seems, it doesn't sound like it would be, I mean, not only just, I guess a rudeness thing. It's
COVID, all right? Can't you say everything's COVID
well,
now?
it just doesn't even sound like it would be sanitary for the most part, right?
How does she know that I don't have some funky pink eye? I've
Right.
had pink eye before. You know that.
Yeah. Well, so you say. Yeah, okay. Well, that's kind of crazy. How did you think the photo shoot went yesterday?
I don't know. I feel fat, so I kind of have a feeling that I'm not going to be happy. But that's my own fault. I knew we had this photo shoot coming, and I ate all the hot cheese on Super Bowl Sunday, so I've got no one to blame but myself.
Well, then how long does it take for you to unbloat if you pig out?
A week.
A week?
I got a juice for a week to get rid of the damage that I did on Sunday.
Dang, okay. All right.
Well, I like them crawfish, and they're super salty and spicy.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right. What I got on my mind here today, I always like to check out what shows are going to be coming up and give you a rundown. There's a few shows that have been renewed that I've been watching. They have Billions. They renewed that for a 7th season on Showtime. I got to tell you, the first 2 episodes of this last season, season 6, I didn't watch the most recent one, but they were just kind of weak. So I don't know. I'm kind of surprised they renewed it, but anyway, that's back. Hopefully it starts getting better. Peacemaker, a show I just watched on HBO Max over the weekend. It was renewed for a 2nd season, and it's good because they ended it where there was really no conclusion. Like, you needed more. So I'm glad they're bringing that back. But I want to let you know that John Cena is doing this thing now where you got to watch, because John Cena is either doing family-friendly movies or he's doing strong R to X-rated shows.
Wow.
So he just signed up for doing a Roadrunner Wile E. Coyote movie called Coyote vs. Acme. And it's one of those, live action with animation.
Okay.
Going to be great for the kids. So here I had the false confidence and told my son about Peacemaker on HBO Max, and it is not family friendly. It's not the other movie I'd seen with John Cena. It was like, hey, goofy John Cena, I'm a wrestler, and it was like nice and so John Cena is either doing family friendly stuff or things you should not tell your children to watch. So don't fall into the John Cena trap.
Well, your boy's a man now.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I mean, it was stuff that was making me and my wife blush. So he's got that coming out. And then they've also done a 5th season of Yellowstone. They already renewed that. They're going to be splitting it into 2 parts. And I didn't realize they're doing all these other offshoots with different years, different generations of the family, like prequels. So they got a prequel movie called 1932 on the way. So if you're looking for stuff to watch, that's just some of the stuff to check out. And did you see that Spider-Man No Way Home is now the 3rd highest grossing movie of all time?
Yes, I did.
Dang.
Wow. This must be a good one.
Yeah, I mean, they're all solid. They are. I mean, I have my own little issues with it because if you kind of start thinking about it, you're like, wait a minute, I don't know. The plot seemed kind of pointless after you left the theater and thought about it, but don't think about it. If you go and just watch it and don't think, it's good. It's only $100 million off of Avengers Endgame, and Star Wars The Force Awakens is still the #1 movie, but it's at $761 million right now.
Wow.
So it's definitely a big old movie. Well, yesterday they did the Sunfest announcement. If you missed it at 10 a.m., we weren't able to get it on the regular show. We talked about it on the After the Show podcast. It is back after a 2-year hiatus, April 28th to May 1st. And here's what you got. Your headliners on the Thursday night of Sunfest. Sam Hunt and the Goo Goo Dolls are the big eye catchers there. Sam Hunt, I would say he's probably A- in the country game, so that's a pretty big country. He's one of the younger heartthrob kind of guys, used to be a college quarterback.
Yeah, I got a message from Magnolia yesterday after the Sunfest artists were released.
Okay.
And this is how I can tell, who the young people are into, because she's like, can you get me Sunfest tickets? I definitely need to go see Sam Hunt.
Yeah.
And then I think I want to go on Sunday as well, so there must be somebody on Sunday that's for young people, too.
He's heartthrob country.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
And Mags has been hanging out with a little bit more of there's some country people in her group.
Yeah, okay.
One of the kids she brought over to my house for the crawfish boil was telling me about how he killed this gator and then made boots out of it, and he was wearing these gator boots, and he did it himself, and I was
That's
like,
country.
That's country,
That's
right
country.
there. That kid's going to Sam Hunt.
Yeah.
So you told me what school she was going to. I almost said, she's going to get a little country element to her.
Yeah, and she's even she's even going up on the Treasure Coast a little bit.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they're hunting, they're fishing, they're catching gators with their bare hands.
Next thing you know, she's going to be going, what is that, Mudfest or whatever it is?
Yeah, that's usually how it goes.
Yeah, that's
it
how you
starts
bring,
that way.
I don't know. She's a little prissy for Mudfest.
Okay.
She's like her mama in that respect.
Okay, she likes the glam country.
Yeah, she'll go to Sunfest to see Sam Hunt. She's not getting in the mud muck.
Yeah, we went to the Snack Pack played Mudfest one year.
Yeah.
It's tough up there.
It is.
They're a different breed of man.
You just got if you're gonna go out there to party, you're going out there to party, but you're also getting dirty, and you know that, and you love it.
Yeah, they're real men. That's why I grew up in that kind of environment. I had to leave.
Kevin ran.
I did. I'm like, I don't belong here. But yeah, Sam Hunt will be good on Thursday night. Goo Goo Dolls, lots of hits in the 90s and the early 2000s, old school alternative act, but they'll have a lot of songs that you'll know when they play on stage.
Yes, Goo Goo is good.
Yeah, so you have that, and they are very good live. Friday, you got Slightly Stupid. That is the surf rock reggae weed band, and they're very popular, so that is going to be a hit on Friday night. Counting Crows are coming back. So again, hopefully they'll play Mr. Jones. I don't know if they will. That's their biggest song. They have a few others as well.
Oh, someone sent me a message going, they still play Mr. Jones. That was a while ago, and then they've changed their tune. We need to find out for sure.
Yeah, we do, because I was very upset when they didn't play it. And then Adam Durst, or whatever his name is, he doubled down, and he's like, we don't play it. We don't have to play it. That song does not define this band.
Well, if I were Sunfest and I was booking you, I'd be like, you have to play it.
Yeah.
If not, we're not going to book you.
We're going to give you 10 grand less.
We need to double check on that.
All right.
Because sometimes, people go through phases and then they realize they were being dumb.
They do.
That's true. If I go out there, though, and they don't play Mr. Jones,
I agree.
This girl will be turning tents over.
Yeah.
I agree. If they don't play Mr. Jones, I'm with you.
You with me, girl?
Girl, I'm with you.
Let's turn over some tents.
Saturday, you've got Lil Wayne and another country artist, Brett Young. He's a relatively big name in country. And then Lil Wayne. I don't know if you guys are big Lil Wayne fans.
I would go see Lil Wayne.
Okay. All right. Well, he's not having to go far. He lives in Miami, so just traveling a little north to West Palm. And then on Sunday, you've got AJR. When it comes to alternative and kind of crossover into the adult pop, AJR does have a lot of hits. Big name now.
What's one of their big hits?
They've AJR, and I just know the ones that come up, but AJR also does a lot of collaborations as well. So when you're talking about AJR, they got a song Bang, a song called Bummerland to check out. They've got Weak, Sober. They did that Sober Up. That's a big one they did with Rivers Cuomo of Weezer. You might like that. Burn the House Down is another one, and then Way Less Sad.
So Ralston's got some in his.
That's all the AJR that I have. But yeah, so it's AJR will have all those hits. And if you know alternative, you'll know all those songs. Nelly, which got the nostalgia stuff. He's going to be in there. I wonder if he'll do any of his country crossover stuff. Probably not.
He should.
Oh, I think he will.
I think it would actually play really well at Sunfest.
I think you'll see a combination of both.
Yeah.
I do.
The only thing is he's usually just the rap lines on a Florida Georgia line song, and
it don't matter though.
Yeah.
I'm seeing artists do that at shows where they only have a small part in the show. They'll have other people come out and sing it, then they do their part. If it's a big hit, I'm with the witch on this one.
Some of his stuff.
Why not? Yeah.
It's been crossover massive.
Yeah, I'd be shocked if he didn't.
He should.
Okay. Boys to Men.
I mean,
there you go. 90s R&B right there.
That's my groove.
Yeah.
That's Jay Bird's groove. Now the question is, will he go to Boys to Men and take a girl?
No, I will not.
That's love-making music.
I played some Boys to Men for the Valentine's Day show.
Oh, we know.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. A couple babies were made.
Okay.
Although I think it's got a sad heartbreak Boys to Men.
Was it?
Please don't go.
And then Soja also going to be on Sunday. So, you got to definitely do your surf rock stuff. They did that. They got some country artists in there. They got a little bit of nostalgia. They do have a hip-hop artist. Polo G is going to be in the Sunfest mix as well. So that's what you're looking at as it goes off April 28th until May 1st. All right, Bird, I know you got here just a little bit late. Did you have anything on your mind today?
Where were you? We were missing you.
Well, I appreciate that. And again, my apologies for being late to the program. There are days and there are days.
Oh, yeah, one of them days.
Yeah,
huh?
I'm overwhelmed. I'm doing too many things right now. And when this is always how it manifests. I misplaced my keys. They're somewhere in my house somewhere. But last night was weird and whatever. I'm in the middle of doing a KVJ video. I'm also in the middle of a project. It's a culmination.
You got a lot going on.
So I went to go. I was done. I was all packed up, and I go to find my keys. I go, oh crap.
Did you look in the fridge?
The problem was I haven't had a chance to do a deep dive, and you can't do a deep dive looking for something when you're on a clock. So I'm trying to Uber. I'm trying to not get angry. I'm trying to do all of that stuff. So, I just got to go back there and after the show and get in there.
I feel like your keys are in the shower.
There is a very good chance. Well, that's what sucks. That's what drives me mad. I'm also doing a deep clean because I'm turning the one room into a side little studio. And I had trash, and I'm going to room, and I always fear that the keys fell in the trash. So
you had that one time, didn't you? Didn't you find your keys in the trash?
I did. So that's why it's always in there. So you that's always the last resort, is to check the trash.
I've done that so many times where you have trash in one hand and like your debit card in the other hand, and you throw the debit card away.
I had too many things going on. I was overwhelmed.
Okay. All right. Well, it's just good to have you here, Gabriel.
It's great to be here.
Yeah. It's good to have you here.
Can you get back in your house?
I can. I just got to make sure I don't lose this house key.
Some comments about the Sunfest lineup. Somebody said AJR is so fun to watch live. I got to see him at a festival last September, and I loved them. And then somebody said, Counting Crows, does still play Mr. Jones. I have a recent video of a concert on my phone that I went to.
Okay, they've grown up.
Yeah, so I guess it's just the one time when they were in West Palm that they didn't play it, and people are like, wait, you're not going to play Mr. Jones? What the heck's going on? That's your biggest hit.
Well, it was 7 years ago, and let me just let you know, I hold a grudge.
People change, Virginia.
All right.
But you don't. You've always consistently held a grudge with people. You have not grown.
Some people call it consistency, stability.
Well, I shouldn't say
you know what you're getting from me.
I shouldn't say you haven't grown. You've grown angrier.
I'm not going to surprise you.
Yeah.
So anyway, thank you for the feedback, 877-979-WRMF. You can always text into the KVJ Show or jump into the YouTube chat that we got right now. Just go to YouTube and look for the KVJ Show, and you can see what everybody's saying in there. Well, apparently this is becoming an issue. Fake social media accounts. My wife came to me last night, and she's like, somebody made a dummy account for me on Facebook. And all my friends are jumping on it and liking it, and they're saying, oh, great. They're sending me messages. Hey, that's awesome. You finally got on social media. She's like, no, I did not. So I had to post up on my account that, my wife is not on Facebook. So,
yeah, I saw a dummy account from me yesterday, too. But luckily, no one had liked it yet.
I told y'all, I got into so many problems when I had the fake Jason account.
Yeah.
It tricked my family. It really can cause a lot of confusion and issues for your personal life.
Just know this is real and this is out there. So if you see somebody and all of a sudden, oh, they have a new Facebook or new Instagram, new this, new that, check with the person because it could be a dummy account. They're making them right and left.
I had to put a profile pic on my YouTube account because somebody was going in our YouTube chat room, starting fights with listeners and catfishing people under my name.
The only one that I've actually endorsed is the fake one that I made for Kevin's hair. And that one was real.
Right. Yeah.
That one was pretty darn good. It was mean, though, and cutting.
Oh, it was so mean-spirited. I kind of had to stop. I felt bad.
It only took, 2 years of therapy for Kevin to get over that.
Kevin's hair was relentless.
It was tough. Yeah, I had an attitude. Yeah, so I don't know if this is something that people are doing as a way to try to scam people, that they would go on and they are interacting with somebody that's not the person they think it is, and then they start asking for information.
Well, they send you a link and they say, hey, this is from the Mexican Queen.
Yeah.
Click here to see pictures of Kevin in the shower. And people are like, oh, I'm clicking that for sure. And they click the link to see the picture of what they think is you in the shower, and it's actually a link to let them put a virus or some kind of something to see all of your information on your social.
That's what I was thinking it might be, because I can't think of I don't know why they'd take the time to do something like that and do a dummy account for the wife. And so, I mean, if you're talking about one popped up with you, I'm wondering if this is a new kind of scam where they're just doing dummy accounts of people. They get enough information and then they do exactly what you're saying to send you a link.
The one that I had,
now.
Instagram told me yesterday that I should be following Virginia Lover 69, and I'm like, that's fake, and I'm not going to be following that hooker.
I will be though. Can you send me that? Send me the information.
No, do not support her.
Sorry.
Come on, same team.
Well, I also think there's something else going on there too. I think you're right. I think there's scammings going on. There's scams galore. But I also think some people like to see the world burn.
That's true.
And just catfish and cause calamity and confusion.
That's true.
Some people do it for revenge.
Well, they do it because, look, we're talking about it on the radio.
Yeah.
People created stuff and just to see if it gets our goat and we bring it up on the air, which we're doing right now, so they're winning.
People also do it to get people to support their narrative. Oh, look at this account. They're supporting my opinion politically, with business, with whatever you're doing.
Well, there's got to be a way to get these things shut down. The reason why I do bring this up is because there is a 13-year-old girl in Pembroke Pines, a teenager, Nia Wims, and she was falsely arrested for threatening to blow up a school and to kill a teacher after a 12-year-old had made a fake account in her name on Instagram.
Oh.
See what I'm saying? Revenge.
Yeah. The threats were part of a months-long bullying effort by a number of students against Wims, the 13-year-old.
Did they figure out who the kids that were doing it were?
They did. They finally got them, but not before this 13-year-old Pembroke Pines teenager spent 2 weeks in juvie. And then when she went in there, she was bullied by the older inmates and pushed around. And now she's said that left her scarred and withdrawn. And now her family, of course, is suing Renaissance Charter School in Pembroke Pines for damages.
They have a lawsuit
of excess of $30,000. And they're also going after Instagram's parent company, Meta, for this, saying there's, we already talk about the adverse effect that social media has on teenagers for other reasons.
And what jurisdiction arrested this girl without doing the proper investigation to figure out that it wasn't her IP address posting this stuff?
Well, that's just it. I mean, can you imagine if Magnolia spent 2 weeks in lockup?
I would be burning the place down.
Mm-hmm.
She can do that too. She's a witch.
You can see why her parents,
her
was
parents,
upset.
Her parents need to sue everybody and make an example out of whoever the arresting jurisdiction was to say no. You can't arrest an innocent kid who's being bullied with no evidence that it came from her IP address.
It's just very easy to screw somebody's life up, even to the point where let's say someone just makes a dummy account and says you're in your relationship, and someone says, "Oh, I'm cheating on with your husband," blah blah blah, and sends some kind of a drama thing with your marriage. That can happen. Things like that happen all the time.
Yeah, this is where it's a serious problem. And you're right. The fact that they jumped the gun and this girl spent 2 weeks.
2 weeks, guys.
I mean, that
is
14 days of hell.
Unbelievable.
And she seemed like the sweetest, just kind of a timid kid. And can you imagine that for 2 weeks? You're in that. And wait, how did this happen? Why is she in there for 2 weeks and somebody didn't check to see if this is a dummy account or not?
How disgusting on the part of the investigators. Well, honestly, you're gross.
That story's scary because that can happen to anybody listening.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. And that's why, with my wife's with the Facebook. And here you are, when you want to try to get something like that shut down, you've realized you tried that. It's really hard to do. You don't know why. And, they had that little blue check for celebrities, but they really need to start verifying everybody, because who would think that it could such affect a 13-year-old girl that is not seeking fame, doesn't need or want fame, but every account needs to be verified to make sure that it is who it says it is. Because if I can spend 2 weeks in lockup because somebody makes false threats under my name,
that's disgusting.
Then whoa, what's going on here, man? That's way too easy. Another 12-year-old kid took her out doing that. So if a 12-year-old kid can cause that much harm on social media, we got some major flaws and loopholes in this system that they got to close and fast.
You got outsmarted by a 12-year-old kid. The detectives that were supposed to be investigating that, just know that. You got outsmarted by a 12-year-old kid because you didn't do your work.
Yeah. So, I mean, any parent listening right now, just thinking about your baby being in juvie lockup and then being bullied the entire time they're in there by older inmates.
Disgusting.
And I'm not trying to be doom and gloom over here. Like, oh my gosh, but it's happened to me personally, and it's caused a lot of trouble. So I'm with you, Kevin. You got to be able to verify who's behind the computer.
Everyone, not just, it just shouldn't be a celebrity thing. It should be an everybody thing. Everybody needs to be verified.
And that blue check thing on Twitter, someone had a blue check on. They had 400 followers. I don't understand the whole blue check thing.
It's all the social media platforms are out of whack on that. The priorities are wrong. I don't understand how they do it. They don't really disclose how they do it or who's doing it.
Well, the blue check makes it seem like you're above or you're important or something, or you've got some kind
it's
of
like a cool
credibility.
kid club, and it has nothing to do with that. You're right. So, yeah, those are the kind of things that social media has got to sort out and fast. And I applaud these lawsuits. I hope they hit. I hope they stick. And I hope they lose their ass. So it looks like it might be happening. So just be wary. You might want to even go onto social media platforms and type your name in to make sure, because if someone's going to make one for my wife, I'm like, there's no point in that. I don't even get it.
Well, Virginia just saw one of hers, and it sounded like it was a little racy in nature.
Yeah.
It definitely sounded like it was going to be sexual,
Yeah.
which is the opposite of what my Instagram brings to the table.
Yeah, and it should be easier to dispute these things, and they need to figure out how they can come up with true accounts.
Thank you.
And which ones are the dummy ones.
Because this is going to get worse.
Yeah.
It's not going to go away, and
Right.
it's definitely not going to get better.
Right.
So they need to figure out how they're going to handle this and make sure that no other innocent kid sits in juvie for 2 weeks.
No doubt about it. Talking about people stealing your identity on social media and creating these dummy accounts. Unfortunately, it happened to a 13-year-old girl on Pembroke Pines. Somebody then went on to Instagram and made a threat against the school with a bomb, and then also threatened to kill a teacher, and she spent 2 weeks in juvie because of it. They caught the kids responsible. It was a 12-year-old that set it all up. Somebody said, yeah, this happened to me. This fake account on Instagram messaged me and told me I deserved everything that's owed to me. And then they messaged my fiance and told him I've been cheating on him, and it caused me issues.
That's what I'm saying, dog. It causes
Yeah.
a lot of issues in a person's personal life.
Yeah, and then you're like left wondering, okay, why would just a random person message him to tell him that I was cheating on him? And who'd this come from? Is
And
this somebody I know, or?
It's crazy. Some people just do it, Kevin. Some people just catfish just to throw calamity in someone's life. It's bizarre.
Yeah.
But then, yeah, some people just catfish, period. They love
They
it.
do, they do.
They get off on it.
It's a weird psychology. And then I even seen a movement where people start to feel bad for the catfisher. I'm like, oh, hell no. They're the ones that cause the calamity. I'm not feeling bad for them.
Yeah, it's really kind of tough here because, you got a day like today. It's Random Acts of Kindness Day. And it's tough because you do have these things where it's like, I want to be kind, but I feel like everyone out there could be leaping up at any moment to take something from me. So you're so guarded and cautious against everyone. I was looking at some of these great random acts of kindness that you could do today, and one of them was to stop and assist somebody who looks lost. And, there's a story today out of Orlando, this woman that stopped to help this 12-year-old boy.
I saw this story. I would have
Yeah.
totally done the same thing.
What happened?
He said that he was lost and his phone was dead. And he said, can I use your phone to call my family? And then when she handed the phone, he coyly went into her Venmo app and sent $4,000 from her Venmo to an account that had just been set up less than an hour before. He probably had help with this.
Yeah. He had a shady adult probably help him set it all up.
I'm so glad you're talking about this.
Me too, because I would totally give my phone to a lost 12-year-old.
But I'm
Right.
also sad you're talking about this because all of this stuff does, to Kevin's point, it starts to shut you down. You don't want to, you're afraid to get involved and do anything.
Yeah, well, that's why I think there's just boundaries. You have to understand. Look, you can still be a good human. You can pass on love and good tidings and feelings, but you just have to understand how best to do it. And it's not best to hand your phone off to a stranger to do it.
Yeah, and you know what? When I read that story this morning, I was thinking, okay, if I ever get put in this scenario, I will say to the kid, what's your parents' number? I'll call them.
Like it.
Yeah.
And then you call them, put it on speaker,
Yeah.
and stand there with him the whole time. Don't
Nice.
just hand him your phone.
Right.
Thank you for this lesson, Kevin.
So you can still help, but you don't have to become a victim by doing it.
Easily would have fallen for that scam.
Me too.
Easily.
Yeah.
Me too.
So here's just some really easy, safe ways to give out kindness on Random Acts of Kindness Day. You can give an unexpected compliment, but make sure you don't make it creepy.
Kevin, that color looks great on you. I just want to just tell you.
Thank
look
you.
Great. Virginia, you look young. I'm sure the dirt's going to be great.
Said no one.
Compliment somebody's work or their demeanor, or say, you know what, you got a great smile. You just light up every room. You know,
Okay.
a compliment like that.
Then you got an email from HR. Sir, do not tell the receptionist she's got a nice smile.
Well, if we get in trouble for that, then
I'm
we're
just
in a
kidding.
tough place. You can also let somebody cut in front of you in line. It's a nice little thing that you could do. Doesn't cost you anything. This would be a good thing. Slow down so somebody can merge in front of you in traffic. I saw an accident last night, and clearly somebody wasn't going to let somebody merge, and now they're going to spend their entire evening sitting there with the police talking about what's going on simply because they're going, you're not cutting in here. And guess what? You know, it's just, you know what? Just let them go.
You've added 2 hours to your night. Have fun.
Driving's not a contest.
That's the problem. People take it personal.
Yeah.
Like it's some sort of personal mark against your character. This person's not attacking you.
Like, I'm not letting you win. Well, it's not a contest.
It's
we're just
not.
trying to get alive to where we're going.
They're just probably running late and they're afraid because they have to pick up their kid or whatever.
But you could say this till you're blue in the face. It's not going to matter because people in the moment emotionally they just get triggered and they react.
You got to remember that this is going to happen. People are going to cut you off. And when they do, you have to just remember, okay, yep, I thought about this ahead of time. I know how I'm going to handle it. I'm not going to get pissed. I'm going to realize it's not personal. They don't even know me.
No.
How could it be personal?
No.
Just let them go in front of you and just say, have a great day, joker.
It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. Also, another thing you can do on Random Acts of Kindness Day, let somebody else have that primo parking spot. Be like, no, go ahead. Get a little bit extra walking in today. You can buy a warm meal for somebody in need.
The food thing is always a home run.
Or just hand off a card. In fact, Jaybird's got some $5 cards to Dunkin' Donuts that we're going to be going out on Random Acts of Kindness Day today and handing out. So
Look
that's
at
a little,
you.
yeah. You could go in with $25, get five $5 Dunkin' cards, and just hand them out to people. That's an easy way to do
You're
that.
like a little donut fairy.
I am.
That's what Bird's going to do.
A donut prince.
Yeah.
You have your donut costume?
I don't.
Damn.
I don't. Sorry, dog. I got to get new donut costumes anyway. So I'm glad you brought that up. Glad we're to have this conversation.
I'm glad that you're realizing that you need to make the smart investment.
I got to get a new donut costume and a good one.
Other things you can do, just simply pick up a piece of litter on the street and throw it out. So that's just all little things you can do that are free. You'll hopefully remain safe and you can partake. Just do one thing today, a random act of kindness.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away. Cause you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
There's just something cringy for me about it when a big old football player who just won the Super Bowl, by the way, has a rogue wife on social media fighting with other football players. It's just weird and cringy, but that's exactly what's going on right now. Matthew Stafford's wife, Kelly, is calling out Richard Sherman by name, tagging him in a post, defending her husband and saying, "Hi, haters." And she goes on to, rant about how he does deserve to be in the Hall of Fame, but how dare them even comment on it because he's still playing. He hasn't retired yet, so leave him alone, y'all.
She's defending her man.
Some people love it, Kev. Some people hate it.
Apparently, yeah.
I just think it's cringy. I don't know.
Do you?
I thought the same thing when Giselle would do it. It's just, I don't like it.
So
He's a man. Let him defend himself, or let him not. Let him do it on his own.
I think she's just saying that, I do see some wives in these instances take it because their husband can't really be face forward in this. And so, she's saying, hey, let him finish his career, before everybody wants to right now debate whether or not he's a Hall of Famer. Just let him finish it all out, and then you can talk about it.
But to Virginia's point, I see both. I see
Yeah.
everyone's point here. I can see how some people would think it's cringy, but there'd be times I'd read something Giselle would write about Tom Brady. I'd go, look, say what you want. She sounds like she legit loves that dude.
Yeah, and
She does, and she's super squirrely and scrappy, and I guess it just comes off different.
It depends on what kind of mood I'm in. Some days I'm like, oh, that was cute. If I'm in a pissy mood, I'm like, that's annoying.
well, they won me over. They did a lot of stuff before the Super Bowl. She had a brain tumor in 2019 that she recovered from, and they talked about how he was there for her, and so they're, that's kind of it. They're real tight and fighting for each other.
Kevin hit you with the brain tumor.
Brain tumor.
Do you feel guilty now, Virginia? Change
Yeah, I'm
your
just
tune
saying. I'm just saying.
He came hard.
No, he's gonna get made fun of in the locker room because of his wife saying that.
Okay.
I'm just telling you.
All right, Virginia knows. She's been in a lot of NFL locker rooms.
I have.
So it sounds like you like the fact she's defending him.
Well, I think all she's just saying is, hey, give it a chance, because it was a big topic on sports radio. Everybody's saying, is he a Hall of Fame? And she's like, look, and she just tagged Richard Sherman. She said, let him finish his career, and then you guys can debate it.
Okay, so she's
because right now, sports radio, I know. Because I did sports radio at this time of year, you are looking for anything to talk about. You know the NFL is the biggest thing to talk about, so they're looking for any kind of storyline they can.
Okay, so she's fighting with people in the media. She's not fighting with people that are just saying comments.
It was Richard Sherman got quoted. He's been a notable player.
Yeah, okay.
That had been out there, and so he had made a comment. So everybody was running with that. She's like, look, let him finish it all out. And, yesterday they had the Super Bowl parade for the L.A. Rams. And the one thing that I thought was kind of funny was they had her husband, Matthew Stafford. He was drinking out of and I've seen the bottle before, and I assume he's not drinking straight tequila out of the big, tall, brown bottle, whatever that is. I think it's a Don Julio. One of those. It's a really expensive bottle I've seen before.
There's a few tall brown ones.
Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe he was drinking out of the bottle, but it was something else. Could have been beer out of that bottle. But I love Tom Brady. He tweeted out. He's like, hey, work in a water, Matt. Trust me. Because you remember last year Tom Brady got hammered at, so he's like, work in a water, Matt. Trust me.
That's a great quote.
Yeah.
It looks like Aaron Rodgers and Shailene Woodley have broken up. On the football note,
they're
as
engaged,
well.
right?
I don't think they're engaged anymore.
I wish Dennis could pull the out. I called this one. I called it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they were too vocal about their love.
Too vocal.
And again, professing things on social media.
He's always vocal about his love. He's always, I don't know, man.
Simmer your ass down.
Simmer down.
Let's concentrate on the game.
Yes. Keep the focus on the field, not on Instagram.
They didn't. I remember they had about 3 weeks ago, there was that story. We don't talk about politics because we just don't do that. And that's why they're breaking up. They talked about politics.
And finally here, we've wondered for weeks and weeks if she's okay, where she is. There's been speculation that Wendy Williams needs to go into a conservatorship, the kind that they just took Britney out of. So what's going on with Wendy? Is she okay? She's finally, after months of silence, commenting, and we have Wendy for the first time in months.
Okay.
I'm doing okay, Beautiful sky. I'm here in Florida, and I come here often. I've got real family, and it's very peaceful being here. Like, I want to be all I can be, and then get back to New York and get on down with the Wendy Williams Show.
Okay.
All right. She doesn't sound incapacitated to me.
No.
She sounds like she's in a helicopter.
I'll tell you, she must be in South Florida. It was so windy yesterday.
Yeah.
It was.
My backyard was destroyed.
Dang.
I know.
Yeah.
That's what's going on in your dirt.
Yeah, somebody said that tall brown bottle is Don Julio 1942. It's a $150 bottle.
Okay.
I mean, does it give you? Is it the taste? Is it the buzz? That's
No,
why it's so much.
it's very smooth. It's very good. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. If you've had, I was dabbling in the tequila stuff a little bit, and I do like a good. I love Don Julio's my favorite.
You could tell a major difference.
Yeah, you can.
Wow.
And tequila's hot right now.
It is. Yeah.
Everybody's talking about tequila.
But I'm really hoping he flushed that bottle out, because trust me, I know what Don Julio can do to you if you decide to go a little too hard on it.
But is that really what you pay for when you pay for a very expensive liquor, is it because it's the smoothness, or is it because of the taste, or is it different for each one?
Or is it because of the marketing? You're paying for the marketing?
It's probably a little bit of everything. I'm not a tequila aficionado.
But any expensive drink like that, where it's so much money, is it always about the smoothness?
You can taste the difference.
Yeah, you can.
You
if
absolutely.
If you know the beverage, you know it. And so it's a culmination probably of just it is that quality, and it is marketing, it's status, it's all those kind of things. But yeah, for really expensive bottles, you can go well over $300 for a bottle of tequila.
I know. I see it in the liquor stores sometimes. I'm going, why is that so much money? It's whiskey.
Well, I think when you get a bottle like the Don Julio or the Clase Azul, the high-end tequilas that deliver on the taste and the marketing, I got no hate for you. It's the ones that don't deliver on the taste, like the Patron, that have all this marketing but taste like crap. That's what I have a problem with.
Okay.
Because it's tricking you into buying Patron, and then you buy it and you're like, this is crap.
I would like to do a fancy tequila tasting test with Virginia. Put the low end versus the high end.
Good luck affording that bit.
It's true.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Who wants to sponsor that?
Yeah.
I do have Clase Azul. Somebody, Lynn, from KVJ Nation brought a bottle.
Well, she's over here claiming.
I'd like to try it. I don't think I've ever had it.
She's claiming she can tell a difference between,
You could tell the difference.
Okay.
You could tell the difference between Patron and Clase Azul.
Like I said, I'm not good, but I think I could tell the difference.
Okay.
You could.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, it is a difference. Is it $300 difference? I don't know about that.
Yeah, that's the thing.
It is definitely better. Some birthdays today. Ed Sheeran turns 31 years old. Joseph Gordon-Levitt is 41. He's got a new show that I've seen that looks pretty good. And I can't even remember what platform because there's so many and it's so confusing. But
he looks a lot like Denny's.
Yeah, he does look a lot like Denny. So if anybody's seen his new show, let me know if it's any good or not. Paris Hilton turns 41 today. Billy Joe Armstrong, lead singer of Green Day, is 50. And Michael Jordan, Palm Beacher, is 59 today. You know his net worth?
It's got to be in the... Is he a billionaire?
Yeah, he is.
Wow.
1.3?
2.2.
Dang.
He's doing all right.
He'll be fine, y'all.
He's doing all right. Also got a birthday wish for Sailor, turning 10. You in the double digits now. Love you, Mom, Dad, and Cabo. My sister Amber Osley having a happy 32nd birthday from Autumn and Leland. We've got a birthday shout out here from Diane. And it says here, happy 17th birthday to my favorite child. Don't believe me, just ask her. Tony, we love you so much. Love Mom, Dad, and the whole family. And a cute photo there on KVJ TV.
Adorable.
Happy 10th birthday to our beautiful daughter, Ollie. Love you, the moon and back, Mom, Dad, Anthony, and the dog, Snoopy and Norman. Happy 50th birthday to Daisy. Thank you for being supportive and bringing so much humor to our team, from Anna, Becca, and Love. And Alexa turning 17 today from Mom, Dad, Carlos, Isabella, and our furry friend Zeus.
Zeus.
Yes, there you go. You got a birthday you want to get into the KVJ show, just let us know. Mail at kvjshow.com, mail at kvjshow.com. All right, can you tell a liar when you hear it? That's what we're putting to the test here today. We got two truths and a lie. Jay Bird, Denny's, and Suits all going to tell us a story. Which one is a true story? Which one is not? All right, Denny's, you got the first story here today. What is your story?
So I bought this rubber snake. You seen those prank rubber snakes?
Oh, yeah.
And my brother and his friends were all hanging out in our backyard. And me and my friend were in the front yard, and we were trying to toss the snake over the house so that it would land on them and scare them. Well, when we did it, it never came down. We never heard any screams, and then we forgot about it. Well, 2 weeks later, my uncle was in town. He was helping my dad work on the roof. My dad and my uncle go up on the roof, and my uncle sees this fake snake up there and falls off the roof.
Oh, my gosh.
Fortunately, no one
terrible.
got hurt or anything.
Yeah.
You fell off the roof and shook it off?
Shook it off.
Just shook it
Damn,
right
do
off.
that.
Your uncle's a beast.
I heard about this girl. She fell almost 40 feet, and they said she's in the hospital recovering from minor injuries.
Damn.
What?
Well, you seen those old Florida houses? They have that really flat roof.
What did she land on? A bounce house?
I know, a cloud.
She landed on somebody else who's not doing nearly as well. Yeah. Okay. All right. That's a great story. All right, Jaybird, what is your story here today?
Are you okay?
Taking a swig of water, putting my glasses on. Trying to throw you guys off a little
What
bit.
happened to hell no to H2O?
I have one kidney, so it's kind of have to be hell yes to H2O, unfortunately. Did I ever tell you about my basketball hooping up phase? I was really big into playing pickup basketball a lot.
It's a lie. No, I'm sorry. Too soon. Too soon.
You're so white, you can't
I guess I'll
jump.
tell my story.
And I was going hard in the paint. And
Yeah.
It was a really aggressive game, but with a lot of people I didn't know. Long story short, there's an altercation between two guys, and the one guy pushes the one guy down, and his teammate gets involved in the beef with the other guy, and I'm on one of the teams, so all this is going on, and I'm just the witness. I'm just kind of seeing what's happening.
You're a lover, not a fighter.
I am. I'm a lover. I'm a pacifist, Virginia. One of the guys got so mad, he ran over to his hat and pulled something out. It was a knife.
Ooh.
I see him pull out the knife. I go over there and I get in the way and block him and stop him pretty much from going any further and talked him down while other people got the other people off the basketball court.
6-point blocking system?
That's the 8-point blocking system, Virginia. That's before I was taking YouTube karate.
I was purposely insulting.
But it was more of me trying to calm him down by the things I was saying to him getting in the way. That's true, defense.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay.
Jumping in a knife fight with no weapon. Hard in the paint.
They used to call me Knife Fight Pennington.
Yeah.
Not
Never.
easy to say. No, they never called me that.
Okay. Is that story true or not?
Oh, it was definitely entertaining.
Well, good.
All right. Suits. What's your story here?
So I was always the one that was a little bit of a klutz when I was in high school. If I knocked something over, it was always loud and obvious, things like that. Well, I had this one classroom that the door would always stick on it, so you kind of had to push against it to get it to open up because it was a portable classroom. And I was dropped off late for school one day, and I guess they locked the door, and I didn't realize it. So I'm trying to open the door, and it just won't open. I think it's stuck. So my teacher goes to unlock the door for me at the same time that I'm shoving on the door trying to open it. And in front of the entire class, it flings open and smashes right into his face.
Oh,
And
man.
his nose starts bleeding because, I mean,
Oh.
I hit him with so much force. The noise of this smash into the face was so loud
Wow.
and uncomfortable. He ended up having to have somebody else take over the class. I ended up breaking his nose.
Oh, my.
It was a complete accident. I didn't get in trouble for it, but I felt terrible, and it was such a scene that I caused.
Okay.
Interesting.
All right.
A lot of stories.
A lot of violence.
A lot of injuries today, yeah.
Yeah.
I had them lined up.
Neither one of y'all look like you could fight well, so it's weird that both your
I
stories
know.
include such violence and
I don't love you.
hand-to-hand combat.
Me and Suits are kind of badass.
I'm only violent by accident.
But you gave a dude a bloody nose.
He's a big guy, too. I'm glad that he was cool with it.
Virginia, which one do you feel like could be the most plausible, and which one do you think could be the biggest lie we just heard?
I mean, the fake snake made me laugh, but is it the comedy of the fake snake that's not true? I don't see Bird jumping in a knife fight. I don't know if Suits could give anybody a bloody nose. Are they all lies?
Nope. I can see why you would think that, but no, they're not.
Okay, I believe Suits the most. I actually think Jaybird could have done that, been in there to try to be like, hey, man, cool off. I can see that. Denny's story I loved, I thought was very humorous. I think there's maybe portion of it that could be true, but I mean, the uncle falling off the roof, he's all good. Fake snake. I'm going to say that one is the lie.
Fake
Denny's-
snake equals fake story to you.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's maybe some semblance of truth in it, but ultimately it's false. So my thought is it's Denny's that's the liar today. Do you have a pick, Virginia?
I do. I think after careful consideration, I'm voting Bird in a knife fight.
I'm the liar.
I think.
Okay.
Okay, Virginia is going Bird is the liar.
What's
But
the,
I'm not good at this bit.
what's the good people in the chat room saying?
We got the poll just went up right now. You got 48% think that you're the liar, Bird, 40% for Denny's, and 12 for Suits.
Still early though. Still early.
Very early.
Okay, so they agree with me that Suits was the most believable. It would be between Bird and Denny's. So which one is the actual liar? We'll find out next. All right, we got two truths and a lie here today. Who is our big liar? We heard 3 different stories. Denny's told us about how he had a fake snake for a prank, and they forgot about the fake snake and left it up on a roof, and then when their uncle went up there to do some roof repairs, he saw the snake, freaked out, and fell off the roof. Is that a real story or not? Jaber talked about how he's playing a pickup basketball game, and some guy got upset. A fight started. Guy pulled a knife. Jaber went over and stopped the guy from doing something he would have regretted later.
I'll go hard in the paint, Virginia.
Is that a euphemism for something?
No.
And then Suits, trying to get into a classroom door in a portable, was pushing as the teacher was opening, and he pushed the door too hard right into the teacher's face, broke his nose, and the teacher had to leave for the day. All right, is that a true story? That is the question here. All right, as the voting goes, people believe Suits the most. Only 17% say that he is the liar. 36% say it's Denny's. 47% say it's Bird is the liar. So he's the chat room favorite, but I'm going to stick with Denny's. I think Suits is the most believable. Virginia, what's yours?
I voted Bird, but once again, these men have come in here and I don't know. Did I get hoodwinked?
That's a great question, yeah.
I'm terrible at this game.
Did Virginia get hoodwinked?
Hoodwinked. That's an old-timey term. I love it.
Well, look at me. What do you want? What do you want from me?
Okay. All right. I'm sticking with my answer. Who is the liar here today?
That'd be me.
Suits? No way.
Yeah, I just made that up. Not an ounce of truth in that.
Suits.
Dang. Well,
Broken
you really fooled
nose,
me.
not true.
Got you guys.
Wow. You got me, no
Wow.
doubt. I thought you were the honest one here today.
Look at that.
So, Denny's, that just sounds terrible. Your poor uncle, you left a fake snake on the roof and he fell off?
He did, yes. This is when we were living in Maitland in Orlando. They have those old Florida-style houses that were built in like the 50s or whatever.
Yeah.
But it was lined with shrubbery, so he landed in the shrubs. But yes, he totally fell off. And my dad's also terrified of snakes, so he wouldn't go over to help him because he was afraid there was a snake over there. So it caused a calamity. We're all inside watching TV, and we had to run outside to see what happened.
I mean, it's a very entertaining story. I feel bad for your uncle. But
Did
my
you
goodness.
own up to?
We let him know because they saw it was rubber after a while, So we had to tell him because they were clearly mad about it.
He was a little shook up, but you walked away with
They
no
were
injuries.
clearly mad about it. All right. Well, we got an email here with a tough dilemma. They want to know, do we allow a racist at our wedding?
Oh, gosh.
They sent an email to mail@kvjshow.com, and they said, my fiance and I are getting married in a few months, and we are an interracial couple. A few weeks ago, we were out drinking with his brother. My fiance and his brother were together at the bar when he went down a slurred path telling my fiance that he can't believe that he is bringing and used the N-word into the family.
Oh.
He thought it was just a mild case of jungle fever, he said, and that he was forever tainting the family bloodlines by doing this. Well, my fiance punched the brother in the face, and we all left the bar abruptly. My fiance's brother apologized profusely the next day and said it was the whiskey and that he doesn't really feel that way. But my fiance said it doesn't matter, and he's now not inviting him to the wedding. Well, this has enraged my fiance's parents, and they said that if he doesn't accept his brother's apology and invite him to the wedding, that they are pulling their significant financial contribution. Everything's booked, and it's too late for a refund. So we desperately need their money. Sadly, I've heard worse, and I told my fiance that his brother can come if he agrees to not drink at the reception. But my fiance is holding his ground. Should he reconsider, or is he right?
I personally, if it was my family, I would not want that person that said that there. I don't care if you were drinking. I mean, you went too far, and I can't look past it. This just happened. It's fresh.
There's no way you can invite them.
No way. And whatever happens, happens. If you have to take out a loan or whatever to cover their portion of it, I would not be able to have that person in the crowd looking out, taking my vows while they're sitting there.
There's some genies you can't put back in the bottle.
Yeah.
And to me, the damage is done. And just because you apologize, and it may be sincere, I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's already out
the
there.
damage is done.
There's certain things you're gonna have to own.
You have an opportunity right now to set a tone
Yes.
for the rest of your life with your family to say that there's no coming back from this. And I am bringing somebody of another race into this family, like it or not. And if you want to be a part of our lives, you accept her as equal and there's no issues whatsoever. And if you cannot do that, and if you show any kind of slight whatsoever to us, we don't need you, we don't want you, and we don't need your money.
Yep. That's
So-
it.
Yeah, I mean,
Set the tone. Because apparently, if this is the kind of thing that the family wants to just brush under the rug, the family is not looking at this right. They don't give this the weight it deserves.
well, what they said was horrible.
Horrible.
I mean, there's zero excuse. Like Virginia said, whiskey or not, it's just disgusting.
Yeah.
And you're not going to be able to put it back.
And it's not even just about the brother, too, because people are texting in and saying, the parents' reaction is very telling. And it's sending a tone to them saying, you may think that you have money held over us and we can be your puppets because of the money that you have. Not going to happen. We don't care. We'll cut off that money because here's what's more important.
It's your wedding, too.
And it's so big of the bride to try to say, oh, it's okay, it's okay. But I am so happy that the groom is standing up and saying, no, it's not okay.
Look,
because he is making an example of his family member.
Let him do this. Yeah.
Let him do this for you, girl.
And somebody had said, too, and this is a good thing that her fiance can say back to his family, if the brother is truly sorry, he should bow out of the wedding gracefully.
110% agree. Because now you're causing way more drama. It's all about you now. And that's
he
not
caused
cool.
this, and he needs to tell his parents, hey, you guys go. I'm so sorry. I messed this up. I own it. Fall on the sword and back out.
Yeah. So it's a great opportunity that you have right here. So make sure you don't miss it.
People fighting online, losing their minds. So we read the crazy crap they write and have a fun time. Well, get ready for this week's digital drama.
All right. Some interesting posts here today. Super Bowl got some people fired up. Let me see what we got here today. This is the one from Kenny. Not happy about his neighbors handled Super Bowl Sunday.
Uh-oh. Drama? Drama ensued?
Okay. This isn't the one we did last week, was it?
No.
Okay, good. All right, so I want to make sure we got so many in here. I'm losing track.
There's so many internet fights that I can see your confusion.
Well, there was a lot about Super Bowl sent in. There was a lot about Valentine's sent in. So there's going to be what seems to be bled over. I understand. I get it.
People are just more pissed, Kevin.
Okay,
we have
gotcha.
a lot of material.
Okay, all right. This is Kenny going off on his neighbors. I will play the role of Kenny. Virginia's going to play the role of Pamela. We got Bird being Demi, and then Denny's. You're going to be Jade here in this.
Ooh, Jade.
I like it.
Okay, here we go with Kenny.
My neighbors suck. They were out of line on Super Bowl Sunday. Have respect for other people, and maybe your neighbors won't hate you. Some of you agree with me, but don't have the balls to say it. Well, I do. The Martins need to go to hell.
Amen, Kenny. I couldn't agree more. They had people blocking my driveway till 7 a.m. the next morning. I was late to work because I had to knock on their door, wake them up, move their car. The Martins suck.
I heard a guy taking a leak next to my window as his annoying girlfriend talked about how her barbecued ribs weren't agreeing with her stomach. This was way after midnight, too. They must have had about 100 people or more over there. Who the hell do these Martins think they are?
Here comes Denny. So, let me introduce myself. I'm one of the Martins' closest friends. I live on the next street over. They are really great family who've gone through a lot. Please don't judge a book by its cover. Maybe y'all would get the invite to their next party, but you gotta be cool. And let me just tell you, right now, you're not being very cool.
Excuse me, Princess Demi. I don't want an invitation, and I don't give an F-bomb if you or the Martins think I'm cool. They were loud and inconsiderate, and you kind of sound like an ass kisser. Ass kissers make me want to get violent.
Violent? Are you on crack or something, sweetie?
Maybe.
You want to fight me for defending my friends on social media? Okay, lady. Think you might need anger management and perhaps a lesson in grammar because you can't spell for S-bomb, dummy.
Here comes Jade. I dated one of the Martin boys a few years back. Great sex, but a lot of tears. Hashtag so many tears.
So many tears.
Oh, whatever, Jade. You're a former stripper with daddy issues.
Oh.
Those tears didn't come from the Martin brother you dated. Those tears came from nights hoeing it up on the stripper pole. Own your past, honey child.
Bottom line is this. I'd rather have my testicles stung by a scorpion than to go back to a party hosted by that horrible family. I said it once. I will say it again. The Martins can go to hell.
Man, these Martins, boy.
I kind of want to go to a Martin party.
Their party sounds amazing.
It sounds really awesome. Kind of sounds like one of my parties.
Right.
You might be the Martins.
Yeah.
Am I the Martins?
Virginia's the Martins on her block. Here's another post that we got. Somebody did a screenshot and sent it to us. Cara had posted up how she was broken up with on Valentine's Day.
Damn.
Now, apparently there's two sides to this story after her ex-boyfriend sounds off. Denny's, you'll play the role of Cara here today.
Lead role.
Get it?
Yeah.
You deserve it.
I'm going to be David. Virginia, you can be Roger.
Got it.
And then Bird, you'll be Amber.
Okay.
All right, here comes Cara. So, my boyfriend broke up with me on Valentine's Day. I'm lonely, I'm heartbroken, and I could use some company. Anyone want to keep a sad soul warm tonight?
That pig. I cannot believe he did that. Are you okay, girl? Why do men act this way? I thought the male species got the memo about not being such D-bags anymore, especially after the Women's March. Did we march for nothing? I'm sorry this happened to you.
Dude, it works for nothing.
Cara, if you're reading this, we are all here for you, Queen. Your voice is needed. We see you, we hear you, and love you, girl.
What a bunch of horse crap. I did nothing to Cara. She cheated on me. The fact that she's playing the victim is nauseating. Cara, did you or did you not cheat on me?
Stop yelling at Cara. Stop yelling at her. You have no right to speak to her like that. This is not 2018. You don't get to bulldoze her with your toxic masculinity.
I always treated Cara like a queen. Why are you trashing me on social media? I'm the victim here.
I seriously doubt you're the victim, David. Cara is a sweetheart, and only evil people break up with someone on Valentine's Day. Stand down before you get shut down.
Oh, man.
I mean, I held a guy's hand at a party. I wouldn't really call that cheating, but I guess we're all set differently. Either way, David, you have no right to talk to me like that on social media.
Hand holding with a model from LA is cheating. I broke up with you on Valentine's Day because you wouldn't return any of my calls or texts. You took this public, and now I'm the bad guy? You and your minions are sick in the head, and I hope the devil takes his time punishing you for all of your sins.
Typical toxic male thinks the devil is automatically a man. Cara, I'm glad you're holding hands with an LA model. This David sounds like a real turd.
Oh, man.
I'd like a picture of this LA model.
Yeah.
I know you do, mama.
That'd be a lot of fun. All right, well, if you see something entertaining, you can send it our way. It is mail@kvjshow.com, mail@kvjshow.com for some digital drama.
Who wants to laugh their ass off? Ooh, I know I do. He wrote some funny punchlines just for me and you. It's Danny's Joke Jury.
Who's ready to laugh?
Oh, I am. I'm ready. Okay, here we go. Denny's got some comedy for us. We give him the reactions and let him know how he's doing here. What you got in your joke jury today, Denny's?
Alrighty, the first one for you guys. What did the toupee say when he heard there was some drama?
What did the toupee say when he heard there was some drama? I don't know. What did he say?
I'm here for it.
Okay. Yeah. I'm there for it.
Yes. Second joke. What were the dried grapes doing on the street corner with signs?
Dried grapes, street corner with signs. I don't know. What were they doing?
They were raising awareness.
Oh, yeah, they were.
I mean, the punchlines too. There's a lot
Yeah,
there.
there is. Yeah. Okay. Raising awareness.
Third joke. What do you call a motivational speech about being excellent to each other?
A motivational speech about being excellent to each other. What do you call that?
A Bill and Ted talk.
Okay. Yeah,
Two or
that
three.
takes me back.
Two or three dabber.
So
Takes me
many.
back. Yeah.
So many.
Young people don't get that, maybe.
Yeah, they
But
just
that's okay. It's not
re-kicked
for
it.
them.
Hey, dude,
You're
look
right.
at this crowd right here.
Yeah.
We're old.
You gotta know the room, Virginia.
Yeah.
You gotta know the
Rolling.
room.
Fourth joke. What does a DJ do when they have an itch?
I don't know. What do they do?
They scratch it.
Yeah, they do. Wiki.
And finally, what did the kinky bird put on to help maintain bedroom performance?
Kinky bird put on to maintain bedroom performance. I don't know what.
A peacock ring.
Okay. That all worked out.
Prince
Very nice.
Andrew.
Very nice. Very nice.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away, cause you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
Well, it looks like Chet Hanks is talking again. Oh my goodness. Chet has so much to say. And I think that his dad, Tom Hanks, has got to be like, Chet, please stop talking. Please, Chet, please. Now he's like popping off saying that he didn't have a strong male role model growing up.
He's popping off so much, Virginia.
I mean, he's popping off directly at Tom. I mean, when you say that is a direct insult to your dad.
Yeah.
Do you think there's any truth to it? I mean, look at Chet. Who do you believe, Chet or Tom?
Yeah, I don't really know much about this guy except for the dirt stories you have on him.
Well, read a little bit more up on this cat. He talks about growing up and how he was extremely privileged and he always had girl. I think he talks about it. You don't get it from the bird. Get it from the Chet. We have a clip if you want to hear it.
All right, Chet, let us know. Why did Tom do you wrong?
Even as a kid, I was a decent looking kid. You know, I was athletic. I was good with girls. So I kind of had all the above. And because of that, it made the fame aspect coupled with that made people hate me even more so. And that's what I didn't understand as a kid, is that these people were just jealous of me and they were projecting their own insecurities onto me. I needed to hear that as a kid. I didn't have like a strong male role model to tell me that, to tell me, hey bro, they're just jealous of you. You have all these things that they want. So they're trying to throw their shade at you so that you can feel about yourself because they're jealous. My experience was even more complicated because on top of fame already being toxic, I wasn't even famous. You know, I was just the son of somebody famous. So I hadn't even done anything to deserve any sort of recognition. And that created a lot of contempt.
Oh, God.
No one cares.
Yeah, Chet, you're not coming off likable, bruh.
Well, people don't. There's going to be some people that go, oh, yeah, man, I see what he's saying. And I see what he's
But
saying.
they're also another annoying person.
But nobody cares. It's like you came from a privileged family. You have all this money.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I was so good looking growing up. I mean, he says that.
I know.
I was so good looking.
I had girls. People were
I
jealous.
had girls.
People were jealous of me.
I'm so awesome.
Oh, life is tough.
I don't think Chet gets it, y'all. Poor Tom.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough.
In other news, Andy Cohen is probably the only one that could ask John Mayer this question and get an honest answer and actually get away with it. Andy Cohen and John Mayer appear to be very close friends. I think if anybody else asked John Mayer this, John would probably tell them, shut up.
Okay.
But Andy
Would
Cohen,
you ever put your own music on if you were
Having
making love?
sex?
Yeah.
No.
Right.
I think people think I would, but I wouldn't. That's very mirror.
Yes.
That's very looking at yourself in the mirror, which some people I wouldn't. I want
Right.
to forget myself as much as I possibly can.
Okay. He does.
do we believe him?
I don't know if I do.
Do we buy it?
I don't care. Look, I like John Mayer's music.
I do too. I like John Mayer's music. I love Andy Cohen. I think those two are very close. And it's fascinating to me to watch them because they vacation together. They hang out a lot. They have a deep, deep bond and love for each other. And I'm here for it.
You are.
But I think Andy Cohen can get the secrets out of John Mayer. And I like that.
Yeah, John Mayer's changed a bit too of how he presents himself and what he says in interviews, and he calls himself out a lot of how douchey he was.
He has become more savvy about how he is interpreted.
And look, some people can act douchey in their life and go back and say, I was a douche. I'm glad I changed. I mean, that can happen in life.
Yeah, it's called growth.
Yeah,
I think it's totally happened to John Mayer because he was perceived as very douchey, very womanizing, all of those things. So having somebody like Andy Cohen is good for your image. Let Andy help people like you more, John. That's smart. And finally here, Tom Cruise turns out is not just a guy who can make it happen on the big screen when he's got, people helping him. He actually can make it happen in real life. Did you know that Tom Cruise actually flew and landed a helicopter while filming his latest movie? He can fly a helicopter.
He does it all.
Dang, Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
He's just trying to take life and go, I beat you, life. I beat you.
That's really it. It's like he's got something to prove.
He beat everyone at life.
He's waiting for life to go, all right, Tom, you won.
You won. You're good, bruh. You can rest.
Yeah.
And that's what's going on in your dirt.
Okay. Oh, yesterday on the show, we had an email in Makeup or Breakup with this girl was wanting to know if she should stay with her guy because they moved in together a couple months ago and he makes decent money, but he is not willing to do chores around the house. And he says, look, I make enough money. I'm just going to have a maid come in once a week. He said, well, the problem is all the stuff that piles up through the course of the week.
Yeah, something can happen where we spill something. Are we just going to leave that thing we've spilled because the maid doesn't come till Friday and we spilled it on Monday?
Yeah. So somebody had heard us talking about that, and they said, I was just kind of wondering, what do women find sexier? A guy who can do all the chores, or a guy who can make enough to actually pay a maid to come in enough to clean up after himself? And maybe even the same thing with household repairs. Which is sexier for a woman? The guy who can do the household repairs or the guy who makes enough money to pay someone else to do it?
I think you can be a combination of both. You can be a guy that is logical enough in your brain to understand that when stuff is messy, I have to pick it up. But you can also be the guy that's rich enough to afford a maid once a week. And I think a guy that has both of those traits is way better than a guy that has one or the other.
But if you only got one or the other, which one would you choose?
Oh, I don't know. That's a good question.
I bet you're gonna get the answer, a guy who does it himself, because if it's chores around the house, you can do that yourself and then take the money you're gonna spend on someone cleaning it and put that towards something else.
Okay.
There's certain things you can do. It would be nice to get someone to clean your house, but if you take 10 or 15 minutes and get your butt up and do the dishes, that's an hour or of money you just saved having someone clean it yourself.
Okay.
If the maid is not there every day, he needs to be able to help.
But if you're having a big party and you want a deep clean, to me, that's when you spend money.
Yeah, so that's what they wanted to find out. It sounds like a dude that is handy, and he wanted to know, okay, so what do ladies find sexier? A guy that can do all the handiwork themselves or somebody that hires somebody to come in and do it? And I am not handy to do really anything around my house.
I guarantee.
And I'm really not rich enough to pay anybody to do it, so it just stays broken. So I'm neither of those. But if you're one or the other.
Yeah, I think most women are going to be like, I want a guy who can fix it himself.
A guy that can fix it himself is impressive. It really, really is impressive.
It's impressive, and you're saving money. It's a home run.
Yeah, right now, 86% of the ladies in the KVJ TV chat room say that finding a guy that can do all the household repairs is sexier than a guy who can make enough money to pay somebody to do it.
Yeah.
It is.
86%. So,
And look, what you have now, dudes, it's called YouTube, and you can Google anything, any kind of home repair. There is some guy who's made a video about how to do it.
okay. All right, so there you go. So you wanted to know the answer to the question. It looks like at least right now, people find the person who can do the repair sexier than the person who can just afford to have somebody else do it. Ever want a question asked or got any comments? You can always text them into us, 877-979-WRMF, 877-979-9763 here at the KVJ Show. Okay, so you agree that having a guy that can do the home repairs is sexier than a guy who can afford to pay for doing the home repairs. Somebody texted in and said, yeah, what's best is someone who used to do it and knows how to do it, but now has become successful enough and can choose not to do it and then take me out instead. Yay.
I also got a couple messages, and I remember my aunt talking about this because her husband, my uncle, is very good at this stuff. Dude could build a house from the ground up
Really?
if he
Okay.
wanted to. That's how good he is. And she said he does it all day. So he never wants to come home and do anything. She said our house is in total disrepair because
Oh, wow.
and when he works building and doing and
Yeah,
fixing and
sure.
crafting all day, he don't want to come home and repair the kitchen.
Right. It's like you're a massage therapist and you come home and you want your partner to give you a back rub.
Right.
I always hear how massage therapists, they never get rubbed enough. Or massage. Rub maybe isn't the wrong term. I don't know. I don't know the rules anymore.
Are you volunteering to rub them?
I'm just saying, I've heard them complain. No one gives me a massage.
Aww.
And then somebody made a good point, too, about why you want to choose the handy person over the person who can afford to hire the handy person. What if he loses his job? You can't lose a skill.
That's true.
Okay.
You always have work when you know how to fix stuff.
Okay. There you go. All right. We all do dumb things. Sometimes when we do, we're little kids. Sometimes we are a drunk adult. Can you tell the difference? Got another round of little kid or drunk adult here. Just send us a mic drop piece of audio from the WRMF app. Leave a little space here. So we'll hear the story and then we'll hear the reveal. What do you think? Was Sam a little kid or a drunk adult when she did this?
I torched my left eyebrow off.
Sounds like a he.
Okay. Sam torched off a left eyebrow.
Drunk adult.
I hope it's a drunk adult because we're not letting kids play with fire, right?
Definitely drunk adult.
Yeah, I would say drunk adult, and I bet it was probably like something. I remember we used to light ciggies off of stoves.
There you go. You're right. It's something about trying to party more.
Yeah, this feels like a Logan party tactic.
Okay.
Classy.
None of us had eyebrows. The entire
Is
school.
that why half your eyebrow is a different
It
color?
is. I burned off smoking in high school. That's what happened.
I was a drunk adult. It was actually like 2 months ago, I'd say. And I was doing a dab and just not paying much attention.
Oh.
And when I turned on the torch, I had the wrong part facing my face. And quick, it turned it on, and within a few seconds, I just burned my eyebrow right off.
You got to be careful if you're drunk doing them dabs. Yeah.
And he's with a blowtorch kind of thing? Is that what he's saying?
That's heavy.
Yeah.
That's a thing now. I have seen like rappers, I've seen people like they have blowtorches now in videos and
That's what the dab. You got to heat up you turn the blowtorch and you on some of the contraptions.
I don't know if I like it.
Well, I don't think anybody cares.
Well, there you go.
Well, I'm looking out for your eyebrows.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay. All right. There you go. He was a drunk adult. What about Sandy here? Was she a little kid or a drunk adult when she did this?
I fell down an escalator at the Gardens Mall, knocking a bunch of people over.
Man, it's tough. They used to have that Ruby Tuesdays there. You never know.
It's a long escalator.
Yeah. It doesn't seem like a place where a lot of drunks would go. I think kids on escalators, it's tough. It takes a while. Even I'm still trying to figure them out.
It's a good point.
Kids are always twisted by the escalator.
Yeah, I'm going little kid on this.
Me too.
Me too.
Okay.
I was actually a little kid. My shoelace came untied, and I tripped, and I kind of like barreled halfway down the escalator, knocking a bunch of old people over.
Oh, no. Oh, Sandy.
Oh, man. How are the old people? Are they okay? I need an ending.
Okay, let's see about Jared here. Was Jared a little kid or a drunk adult when he did this?
I stole $500 worth of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle toys.
Whoa. That's a lot.
And
of
now,
money and
initially,
toys.
you would think like, oh, it's got to be a little kid. It's toys, but
the amount that he stole,
right?
And knowing Jaybird does that toy collection, how valuable they are. Jared was a drunk adult when he did it.
Was he a drunk adult at Jaybird's house?
That sounds like
yes.
It's a great question. I'm missing some turtles.
Uh-huh.
I do have turtles.
You do?
We know you do.
I know you guys
Baby,
do.
we know you do.
Don't call me baby.
Yeah.
If it happened in the 80s and there's a figurine made, this dude has that
He's got
figurine.
He's
He
got
has everyone.
No, but we're working on it.
Dude, you even got them dumb California raisins. You got every figurine.
She ain't lying about the raisins. I do have the raisins.
That's the bottom of the barrel.
It's the bottom of the Those still are cheap.
Those things were annoying in the 80s.
She's not lying.
Okay, so what are we saying about Jared? Little kid or drunk adult? I'm going drunk adult. What do you think, Virginia?
Definitely drunk adult at Jaybird's house.
Hammered.
Okay, all right.
Actually, I did that as an adult. I went to a party. It was a friend of a friend, and their kid was really into Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and he had a box of them. And when I was leaving the party, I took them with me, and the next day I found out they were worth like $500. I mean, I'd just done it as a joke, but I gave them back. But obviously the people didn't want to be friends with me anymore, so it was creepy and weird that I stole their kid's toys, and what was I doing in kid's room when he was sleeping drunk at a party anyway, so I get it.
I get it.
I get it. Jared's drunk and he's lurking around in a kid's room.
You don't want to be friends with me.
Oh, my
I get
gosh.
it.
Jared, you bring the toys back the next day. You leave them on the porch, and you say nothing.
And
That's funny.
I don't think he did it as a joke either. I think he saw some turtles. Like, oh, this is pretty cool.
Man.
I love these
I'm
turtles.
drunk at home, play with these toys. Why am I in a little boy's bedroom?
I get it.
Yeah, okay, all right. Ton of confessions here today. Nobody is perfect. We're just letting you all know that, hey, we all mess up. We all do some things. We all could all do a little bit better. And, you know, sometimes we intentionally do some devilishly bad things. And you know what? It's fun.
Sometimes it feels good to be a little
It
bad.
does. Be a little sinful. Be a little devil. We got several of those things here today. And you know what? I guess if you got to make a confession, this one's a little sad, but maybe you're not alone. This person sent in a text. They said, yeah, for Valentine's Day, I got myself some flowers, and I've been telling everybody it's from my husband.
Oh.
I'm not married.
You're not married?
You're not
I
married?
don't have a boyfriend.
You have a fake husband?
Yeah.
Why are you doing that to yourself? Who
Girl.
gives a crap? Love yourself.
Yes.
Gosh.
Well,
What's
that's
with
tough.
this charade?
Oh, man.
Now you got to pretend like you got a husband? That's exhausting.
This prison you're
is.
putting
That
yourself
is.
into is just not worth it.
Nobody cares.
What's more annoying than a real husband? A fake one.
A fake one,
I don't
yeah.
think everyone cares, but most people usually are consumed with their own bull crap.
Yeah.
Just always remember that.
But that was brave. That was brave to confess. Thank you.
Yes. And now
Yeah.
what you need to do next year is say, you know what? I bought these flowers for myself because I love myself.
There really is. There are people who are going to love you even more if you just own who you
Yeah.
are and what your situation is.
It's all good.
Yeah.
That's what this is all about, you know? Just to own it.
You don't need no man.
We just got this text said, I used to fart at work and blame it on the owner's dog. Okay.
Harmless crime.
Yeah.
We think this is a harmless crime until we find out dogs can communicate and go, guys,
Yeah.
not cool,
Just
man.
wait till we can talk to them and then they rat you out. Yeah. First thing I want to say, all those years I got blamed for the farts, it wasn't me.
I like what Virginia used to do when her kid. Well, I mean, I don't know if you can still do it. Is Rocco too old? She would fart in public and then blame it on Magnolia.
I can't do anything. These kids now, they're too old.
Yeah.
But yeah, when they're babies, you can totally be like, do you have a stinky diaper? Is that your diaper?
Crop dusting everybody at Target.
Yeah. Somebody texted in to confess. They said, yeah, one time I was waiting to use the bathroom at a party. I couldn't believe how long it was taking. Eventually, a line of like 12 or so people had formed behind me.
Oh, Lord.
Finally, I tried the handle, and the door hadn't been locked. The room was empty. I've been holding everybody up for 20 minutes.
How embarrassing.
That stinks.
Oh.
Ah, jeez.
I feel like I'm sorry.
Oh, man. Hey, what do you know? Nobody's in here. Okay, sorry about that.
At that point, you should just go to the back of the line.
Yeah.
Because you have
You
caused
deserve
this.
it. Yes. You deserve it. Somebody else confessing, saying, yeah, I was chatting to a colleague after starting a new job. They asked, have you met Nathan? I said, yeah. I said, he's likable. He's kind of a likable idiot, though. I wouldn't trust him to tie his own shoes. Nathan was her son. Yeah. Okay. Maybe don't volunteer criticism so fast.
Likeable idiot.
Yeah.
That's a bold thing to say about a coworker.
Don't gossip about your coworkers until you know everybody and who they're married to
Right.
and
Yes.
related to.
Hold your tongue.
Connections.
Hold your tongue. Somebody confessed and saying, yeah, I took a girl out on a date last weekend, and coming back from the bathroom, I heard her speaking Spanish to a friend on the phone. She said I was nice, but really chubby.
Oh.
She had no idea I speak Spanish, and now I'm afraid to tell her.
Oh.
Would you say anything? Yeah, by the way, I speak Spanish.
If someone's calling me chubby, we're talking about it. We're bringing it up.
He's nice, but he's really fat.
That's an insult. They don't care about being nice. You called him chubby.
Yes. Somebody confessing here said, yeah, my partner and I have been together for 7 years. When he has really annoyed me, I loosen all the strings on his guitar. He thinks there's something wrong with it, and he talks about getting a new one. He has no idea it's me.
That stinks because that could easily work. If you put your guitar away and there's no reason why it's going out of tune, and they go, well, man, I just tuned this a couple of hours ago. Why is it messed up? Well, it's clearly the bridge is broke. I got to bring this thing in.
All right, now we know how to take the bird down.
You can easily do this to me.
Just untune his guitar.
He would unravel.
Like, Denny, just something wrong with this thing, right?
Oh, amen, teachers. We just got this that came in. It said, I am a teacher and I love wearing masks. It allows me to mouth profanities at my students that annoy me without them knowing. I've actually heard there are a few teachers that want to keep the masks now, and maybe for that reason. Another confession here. I'm a man with terrible aim when I pee. I got 2 young boys, and I always blame the mess on them. No regrets.
You can get better. He doesn't want to get better. You can get better.
Yeah.
What if you have bad eyes?
Then sit your ass down and do what I do. Just relax. Take a load off.
Yeah, maybe his Willie just won't cooperate.
Now we're pooping? What if I don't have to poop?
Don't sit. Public though, if you're going to go, you got to stand in public. Don't sit on never sit on a public toilet.
Publix?
No, public. You know what I said. Step off.
I got a text confession here, 877-979-WRMF. It says, when I was a child, my parents had this terrible fight that lasted for days.
Ooh.
Their marriage was never the same again, and years later it occurred to me that maybe the trigger might have been the packet of strange balloons I found on my dad's wardrobe and threw away after blowing them up. Those weren't balloons.
Oh.
Those were condoms. And when they turned up missing, Mom might have gotten upset. Me.
Oh.
That's
unpacking it right now.
Yeah.
Until I got you.
Yeah. Okay. Virginia's
So
getting
wait,
there.
they were your parents' condoms, and you blew them up, and then the mom said, "Where are they?"
Yes,
Yep.
apparently so.
Oh, she thought Dad was using them without her.
Maybe. Yeah.
You okay over there?
It just took me a minute. Oh, pot calling the kettle black.
You gotta stop and just pot.
Pot.
Sometimes I hit a mental speed bump.
I get it. It happens when you're live in the air. It's a lot of pressure. Step off, everybody. Leave us alone.
I wonder how often this happens. Somebody confessing that they say they work at a call center for a major company, and they say if I dislike the way a customer's talking to me, I'll simply just cut them off. But I'll do it mid-sentence so it sounds like an accidental technical glitch, and I just take the extra pleasure from knowing that the wait times are 30 minutes plus. Maybe sometimes they deserve it, but if you've ever been cut off and then had to jump back in line for 30 more minutes, you're wondering, did they do that on purpose?
It brings out the worst in people.
It really does. And especially if the call center that you're trying to talk to is like in another country that they don't really understand what you're saying. It makes it take 10 times longer. If I have to talk to Bangladesh again.
Oh.
Mama, get some Kahlua in you. You'll be all right. Or some water. Maybe hold off on the Kahlua. Get some water in you.
I like your Kahlua idea.
Okay. Somebody said I had a job interview, and during small talk, I complimented them on their decor. Then later, I got a rejection from that company. They said that they needed somebody who could tell the difference between a Zoom background and reality.
Aww.
Your plants are really nice. This person's too dumb to realize that it's a fake background.
Aw.
Dang.
That's tough, huh?
That might trick me. All of them trick me except for the one when you're over the Golden Gate Bridge. That one doesn't trick me.
What about the one when you're flying in space?
That could happen.
The one that kind of got me a little bit, somebody had the Brady Bunch living room for a while, and I was sitting there watching, I'm like, going, why does that house look familiar?
That would get me too. I know those stairs. Yeah. I've seen those stairs before.
It actually did take a little while, I'm not going to lie. But I'm like, wait a minute.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
Oh, yeah. Well, I guess if you want some cocaine, go hang out at Port Everglades. They say the Coast Guard is going to be unloading $1 billion worth of seized drugs in Fort Lauderdale.
Chances are, though, they're going to keep an eye on it.
Yeah,
so
I don't think they're handing it out, though. Yeah,
if you think you're going to come out the water like Scuba Steve and make a score, I don't know if it's going to work out for you.
They've got 54,000 pounds of cocaine out there.
Damn.
Can I just get a few ounces? I don't need a lot.
Kevin just wants a brick.
That's Narcos level.
That's crazy.
That
$1
is.
billion, yeah.
I wonder who they got it from, and I wonder who's going to die because of it.
There's always one, Virginia.
Yeah, there's always somebody that caused the bust, and then that person is
You're
lights
right.
out.
If you are the drug lords, don't you? That's the number one thing after something like this goes down. Somewhere the chain got broke. We
got to make an example out of that idiot.
Yeah, I mean, isn't that how it works? You don't have any mess-ups.
I don't know if every single time. I think a lot of times, if you run a cartel, you just have to realize that a certain amount of your product is not going to get through. And I just wonder, I assume they have good years and bad years where it's like we got a lot through and not a lot. I think it's just sometimes the chance you take. You have guys on boats that are trying to run it on shore, and sometimes they get caught, sometimes they don't. It's not necessarily that you have a broken link in the chain. It's just that you made a run and it didn't make it.
But to Virginia's point, do they not care? It's like so sad, too bad.
Oh, they care.
I got to send a message to flex my power because we are about the money.
I don't know. I mean, you saying that they kill everybody every time they don't get a successful run through?
Well, in the movies they do.
If you're talking about even $100,000 and you get busted and the deal goes askew or awry and all that goes to hell in a handbasket.
You get busted because you made a mistake. No mistakes around these parts.
You get a oops, my bad. Oh, it's okay, bruh.
Might be a case by case. I don't know. Yeah. When do you get a pass from the cartel head that, all right, sorry you got, sorry they got it or it didn't work out?
A drug lord with a heart, do you at minimum get a beating?
I don't know. It's a great
These
question.
are the questions, Virginia.
It could be
great
case by case.
Any drug lords want to call in?
Yeah.
Just disguise your voice.
It's hard to get the drug lords to call in.
Just call in like this. Because our voice disguiser doesn't work.
Our voice disguiser is broken. We're so low budget. You have to disguise your own voice when you call it.
That's right. I don't know if you heard this. There's a 33-year-old woman in Miami. She was part of a $15,000 paycheck protection program loan to pay a hitman.
Oh, yeah, you can't do that, sweetie.
Yeah, she received the loan 2 weeks before the hitman shot a woman to death as she was walking to her apartment with her 3-year-old daughter.
Dang.
Oh, my gosh. So the hit happened?
The hit happened in front of the 3-year-old who was also grazed by bullets in the attack.
Oh, my gosh.
That's cold and ruthless. Police arrested this woman and her boyfriend on charges of first-degree murder and conspiracy to commit murder. Police believe the shooting was the culmination of a long friction between the two women, and they still don't know how she was able to obtain a PPP loan. So she took it to hire a hitman.
That is crazy. But then they tracked it back to her.
Yeah.
Wow.
She's going down for it. That's crazy stuff, huh? Well, a police department in Michigan is so overwhelmed that they're venting on Facebook about how they need a, quote, few months to catch up. So they're asking people to stop committing crimes like drinking and driving, embezzling from work, and selling drugs.
Okay, that's gonna work.
Guys, we're just swamped. We got too much paperwork. Please, you're just working too hard.
That's hilarious.
Will you guys help us out here and maybe like go to church instead?
Yeah, something.
Criminals, #be cool.
Yeah.
Stop it, all right?
How dumb are they?
Elsewhere in Michigan, the state police are trying to find out who stole a 12-foot by 28-foot cabin. How do you do that?
A whole house?
I'll tell you, hard work, grit, tenacity, that's how you do it.
That's really amazing. Somebody stole a cabin?
Was it a modular home?
It's not morally right, but I do admire the work ethic.
I can hardly fit it under my shirt.
How pissed would you be if you go to your hunting cabin and it's not there?
It's just gone.
I'm pissed, and then after I go, you know what? They stole my cabin. All rats, they got me.
They put in the work.
They put in the work at least.
How many dudes does it take to steal a cabin?
Grand theft cabin?
Sometimes you just get beat and you go,
That's insane. Well, in Fairview, Oregon, they've installed a 37-foot tall utensil outside of a new food cart plaza. It's a huge fork, and they're going for the world record.
Ooh, I like that.
They believe that they are taller than right now the current world record holder, which is a 35-foot tall fork in Missouri.
Let's start building.
Yes.
Let's get in the hunt.
Well, Disney's found a way to make even more money. They just announced plans to build their own housing communities all across the U.S.
It's happening.
Disney, like little villages?
Yes, Disney villages.
It's brilliant.
Yep.
I'm proud to announce our next Disney experience, Story Living by Disney. All new Disney-branded master plan residential communities designed to be the perfect setting for Disney fans to write the next exciting chapter in their lives. Story Living by Disney allows us to leverage what we do best, world-class service, legendary storytelling, and creativity. This exciting new venture will enhance, extend, and strengthen the Disney brand by allowing us to bring the magic of Disney to places you may never have expected.
Picture an energetic community with the warmth and charm of a small town and the beauty of a resort. A place that entices inspiration and makes every moment more memorable than the last. A Story Living by Disney community is something truly special.
It's like you never have to leave Disney.
I'd rather live in Sing Sing.
Are we... So is it going to be where you walk out to get your mail? What? Chris, where you go free? He's driving around. Is it going to be all Disney stuff?
It could be like that because they say each community will be managed by Disney cast members. Now, I know they call everybody a cast member that's at Disney, but... Yeah,
you go to pay your rent and Cinderella's, oh, thank you for the rent, Mr. Ralston.
Yeah, I'm
Have
like...
a great day. Hey, Aladdin.
If you're late on your rent, they send over Ursula the Sea Witch.
Yeah, they have all the characters there.
Yeah, what does this mean exactly?
Hey, Donald Duck, my crapper's broke. Can you help me out?
The duck is the maintenance man.
They say that they'll have a town center with shops and restaurants, a park, a lake with water sports, curated experiences for residents, and entertainment, including live Disney shows.
There will be a bunch of people that think this is awesome.
That mouse, ooh, he's good.
Yeah,
he is good. There's a bunch of people that would want to do this. I mean, I would never want to do this.
If you are a legit lover of Disney, you can afford this, and there is a Disney element to this. This is a home run. There's no way this doesn't work.
It sounds like this neighborhood would throw the worst parties.
And is it the happiest place on earth? Are people going to be all pissy?
What would the neighbors be like?
It's going to look like Stepford Wives.
Yeah, sometimes when you're that happy all the time, you crack.
I like going to Disney too, but then I like leaving and going home where it's normal.
To your witch's castle. I get it. Yeah.
Now, the thing that I don't fully understand, I mean, I thought Disney kind of did this before with Celebration. That was that 5,000-acre community that they opened up in the 1990s. They don't have that anymore. I think they sold that off. I think Celebration is owned by somebody else now, not Disney. So
well, maybe they learned lessons from Celebration and they're going to do it better and different.
Okay.
I could totally see them reincarnating and taking the same concepts, but doing them a different way.
Don't be surprised when Mickey Mouse runs for president. Don't be surprised.
Yeah.
Or Minnie. I'm not trying to listen to a sexist issue.
A lot of people right now probably take that.
Why can't Minnie be president? You pig.
Any of the characters, Virginia, women, female, male, everybody. I love everyone.
Yeah, the first Disney housing community is going to be built outside of Palm Springs. At least 2 more are in the works. No word on if they're going to have one in Florida yet or not, but you would imagine that Florida would probably be a prime location.
Well, just think of that concept in general. Think about all the cool stuff you're into. What if there was a Buckeye town?
Oh my gosh.
You walk out,
Yeah.
you know, there's
Buckeye, Arizona, and it's a lot of Ohio State alumni that live there.
The mailman comes by, but he's in all Buckeye gear.
Yeah.
Some people would love that.
Oh, yeah, no, you're right. I'd move there tomorrow.
You would?
I would.
It wouldn't be too much.
Star Wars town.
No, trust me, I'd be all right with it.
Yeah, Pizzaville. I would be so down
If
with
you had a thing.
Pizzaville.
Who knows? We might start having neighborhoods like this.
Oh my gosh, the Stromboli hut. That's when you pay your rent.
Yeah.
A hut looking like Stromboli.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And if you did want to take a Disney cruise, I'm sure Suits knows the CDC has changed its risk advisory for cruises from very high risk to high risk. So there you go.
Okay.
So,
yeah. I'm sort of confused.
It's not very high risk. It's just high risk.
All right.
Yeah. So it's probably still a really bad idea. It goes from like really bad idea to just bad idea.
Can you ever get that good news? You're like, this is good news, huh?
Yeah. Okay.
Usually the stuff that's bad ideas is the most fun.
Yeah. Thanks. Well, now more than ever, people are really changing up their careers or they're adding on other jobs. The workforce is so much different now as we start to edge out of the pandemic than it was when we went into the pandemic. So looking around, maybe you're looking to take on other jobs or just make a career change altogether. It is kind of interesting to know the ins and outs of these jobs, though. How hard are people having to work? What are their hours like? What is the work like itself? And then how much do they make? And what kind of benefits and perks come along with it? So I always love getting this. And if you want to let us know, you can text it in anonymously to us. I'll share some of the ones here that Yahoo News put up.
There was some cat in there today asking what we make. Like, what do you guys make? Every day he's asking what we make.
We ain't telling you, because whatever it is, you'll either think it's too much or not enough, and you'll have so many comments.
What, people have opinions?
Ugh. And then you'll yell at us. I'm tired of being yelled at.
So you're telling me you're not going to feel good about that bit?
No.
I just tell people to ask the Queen. She knows I don't.
You
she takes care of it all.
Honestly, don't know. I know you don't know where it goes.
No, I have no idea. I do what I'm told. I come here to work every day. She gets the checks, and then I live happy. Every now and then I get a glass of wine. I keep living, Virginia.
Not to go at BJ's, you're not.
Damn.
Yeah, no, you're right. Just as soon as I got over that. Just as soon as I got over that.
I like to remind you of your
pick
pain.
that scab right
She
off.
is good. If you're having a good day,
Yeah.
my friend Giggles over here, she's going to make sure she reminds you of some kind of
Rip
pain.
that scab right off.
Rip it and then laugh at you.
Yeah, that was a tough one. So here's what we're looking at. I'll start on the lower end. This is what people are confessing as being their salaries and what they do. A teacher's aide at an elementary school is clocking in $20K.
Say that again?
A teacher's aide at an elementary school.
Yeah, it's not very good.
No, it's not, unfortunate. I just always hate seeing what these teachers are making. It's one of my biggest peeves with life.
I was a teacher's aide at one point.
Yeah.
And yeah, it is. I didn't say it was for long.
It didn't last.
But it was.
Somebody couldn't make copies.
Oh, right. Take it easy. Can make those kids laugh, though. Isn't that all? What do you rather have? Make kids laugh or make copies? Come on. But yeah, it was bad, man.
Yeah. High school art teacher in the Northeast, and they stress that because the cost of living is higher. So they're making $60,000 a year, but they have to have 2 part-time jobs.
Whoa.
To make ends meet. And that's really it, too. It's what you make and where you live.
In the Northeast, yeah. If you live in an expensive community,
Yeah.
you're not cutting it with
Yeah,
that.
that's what's tough. Some people have 2, 3 different jobs going on. Some people are liking it. You know, I do know a couple people that have 2 full-time jobs right now because of the work from home. They can do both jobs at their place, and they'll be working. They could get their old job done in 5 hours. The new job takes 5 hours, and they're supposed to be 8-hour days, but they can crank it. So they bust their tail for 10 hours a day.
Good for you.
And it's double paychecks.
I got a buddy of mine who has 2 different jobs. He loves it because he's the kind of person that likes a little bit of variety, likes a different scene, doesn't like to be stuck in the same mode
Yeah.
Sorry, I just ate cookies and my mouth is I'm spitting everywhere. I can't even talk.
Okay.
He literally looks like the Cookie Monster when he's
Rubber,
eating.
rubber,
There's just
rubber.
cookies
Yeah.
flying everywhere.
I'm trying to make an important point here, but I'm spitting cookies.
No cookie is safe.
A Verizon store worker is clearing $40,000 a year. An exotic dancer in West Virginia, and it's key where you live. Trust me, I've seen a few strip clubs in West Virginia, and I'm shocked that she's making $43,000 a year.
It's a sliding scale.
But don't you think there's some dancers in West Virginia that could make more?
No.
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 Really?
No. Yeah.
All right.
I know the state pretty well.
All the good ones get
I'm
out.
not doubting you. I'm
No.
disbelief. Okay.
Yeah. She does on a good year, makes $55K.
Okay, so Sobe, on a great night, if you are a dancer down there, you're probably making what?
They could make what a West Virginia stripper makes in one night. On a good night.
Probably.
If you have the right client.
Not even kidding you. With the right client, the right girl, I would not be shocked if a stripper in Miami said, "Yeah, I've cleared $55,000 in a night."
There
I
is a
would be
thing.
shocked.
There's a thing on TikTok. You should go look at it. Strippers of TikTok, and it's all these chicks counting their money and telling you what they had to do for the money. It's very
Because you're right,
fascinating.
not all strip clubs are created equal.
not
They're
at all.
not, and you can check out like, okay, the cute girls make this, the not so cute girls make this. Like, there's a bunch of TikToks about what these girls make, and you get to see what they look like. I'm fascinated.
I can't believe that they're spilling the beans on the drama.
It's good stuff.
I
Bert.
know you. She is so here for it.
Yeah. An accountant making $60,000 a year, not including overtime. An auto and homeowners insurance salesman making $56,000 a year with almost 3 years experience and no degree.
Remember how everybody said their homeowners insurance was dropping them?
No.
Nah,
You didn't I did. We got that message last week.
Mm-hmm.
Mine just dropped me yesterday.
Really?
Yep.
Did they
Homeowners
say why?
insurance. I think a lot of them are pulling out of Florida. So
Really?
don't be surprised.
Too much risk?
I think so. I
Yeah.
think that they can't, like, the payouts are too much in Florida.
So what does that mean?
I have to go find a new homeowners insurance place, and I'll probably have to pay more.
Yeah.
Mine did not pull out.
Well, it could be coming.
Yeah, there's a headline today in the Sun Sentinel. The U.S. could see a century's worth of sea rise in just 30 years, and a lot of that sea rise is going to be on eastern cities.
Oh.
Yeah. So that would be pretty much us.
We're on the east.
Yeah.
I know.
Just checking.
The Wicked Witch of the East, we know.
A restaurant general manager in Michigan is making $60,000 a year with benefits. A general manager, listen to this. You want to try to find the good jobs? General manager at a Panda Express is clearing $106,000 a year with benefits, 401k, scholarships, and free meals.
And as much earned chicken as you can eat.
But as the general manager, you're running things.
It is, but still.
You are busting your buns.
That's a good scratch.
You are, but you're seeing the difference between a general manager at a restaurant in Michigan at $60K and a general manager at a Panda Express doing $106.
And I wonder, it depends on, does Panda Express, the GM, make that much? I want to know what about the GM at Sbarro? Is it on par? Is it different? Is it more?
I don't know. Yeah, like a Chick-fil-A, if you're general manager there,
Yeah.
what are you doing? That's why, hey, if you would, let us know what you're making, what you do, and, what kind of experience. Because people, like I said, are looking, they're shopping, they're going, that sounds good. I'd like to see if I can get into that.
A Publix GM. I remember when I worked at the fancy golf course, there was always talk about, what does the GM make? What's...
At Publix.
No, Publix is one. But when I was working at the fancy golf course, we always wondered what the GM of the golf course was. What was he make? What was he bringing in?
Great question.
Yeah. A civil engineer making $85,000 a year, while a welding engineer in Detroit is making $100,000 a year after 8 years. That's how much experience to get to that. Somebody doing car sales, $170,000 a year. I was talking to somebody that they do the high end. They were managing one of the high end car dealerships here. Oh my gosh, that was like $500,000 a year.
What?
Something like that they were clearing. I'm like, that's crazy.
It's insane.
Yeah, $500,000 to $1 million a year.
I guess if you get commission
Yeah.
when you sell those cars that cost $200,000,
Think of how many high-end car dealerships we got in South Florida.
so many.
Like, dang. Senior product design director in the Seattle area is doing $282,000 a year, and a partner in a law firm does $800,000 a year. They do get 3 to 4 weeks of vacation, but they have to work 60-hour weeks and often weekends.
Objection. That doesn't sound like it's that much fun.
Yeah, that's the tough part. So you're making $800K, but aside from your vacation, that's really the only time you're living.
And the one thing I've noticed about lawyers, I'd never really ever worked or done anything with lawyers until I got into this gig.
And you got sued.
There's just a spectrum of lawyers. There's the kind of lawyer go, this cat is making big deals, and then there's the other kind of lawyer where they're wearing shorts and barbecue sauce on their shirt. You're like, I don't know.
There's a wide range of lawyers.
Yeah, I don't know what you do with
There's a
my
wide
money.
range. Yeah, you have some that are making a ton and some that are not making anything. A GM of a private country club around Palm Beach is making $300,000 to $500,000 a year.
Wow.
Shell construction area manager, $100K. Okay. An elevator tech, 4 years, no degree in Miami, is making $75,000. If you're working dispatch at Palm Beach, PBSO, Palm Beach Sheriff's, $48K is what they're doing.
I think there's levels too on some of this stuff where you can kind of like teaching.
That's why I like to hear what, your experience is to get an idea.
Because I know some teachers, I think tenure and all that counts, and whether they do summer school. Some teachers, they've admitted saying they're clearing 60,000, and then I've heard other teachers say that they're barely getting 30. And I think there's a lot of
There is, yeah, and it depends on what school you're at, how much you make. An estate manager in Miami for New Yorkers that moved down during the pandemic is making $185,000 a year. See, that's one of those jobs you wouldn't even think that would be a job. I'm an estate manager, and you're making $185,000 a year.
What does that even do? What is that?
I don't know. I guess you just manage their house. They're a house manager, because a lot of these people, like the uber rich, have multiple homes. So they may have a home in LA and the Hamptons, down here in Miami. And so when they go to a different house, they always want to have somebody that's running it to make sure that you got the housekeeping, grounds, all that kind of stuff is being run. Because when they come into the house, they don't want to sit there and have to mess around with all this stuff.
They want everything to be handled, and they walk in and it's perfect.
Right. The house is all ready to go. It's like they've been there. So that's what an estate manager is doing.
There's also managers of estates that, after you die, say you die, Kevin, and you had all this money and you wanted to leave it to certain charities or certain family members, there are people that their job is to dole out the money.
Oh, really? Okay.
And you could be dead 10 years, and their job is still doling out your dead money.
And you're getting paid to give
out.
out.
And you get paid every year to dole out their dead money. How awesome is that?
Yeah, there's a lot of jobs
That's
out
a
there.
gig.
You don't realize how people make their income, and you didn't even know it existed, that type of gig.
I didn't know that existed until I started working with Little Smiles. And people leave Little Smiles money in their will, and then there's executors and estate managers that every year they meet with Little Smiles, they do their due diligence, they have lunches and meetings, and then they decide how much money you're going to get that year.
I was shocked when I found out there was a fluffer. Like a can you not say that? You could say that, right?
In adult movies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is the one who always
I hear
says
the job sucks.
You looking at me like I said something wrong? She's got a lot of nerve over there. You can say that.
You can say it, yeah, but I'm surprised you were surprised. You think people have to fluff themselves?
No, when I first
All right, let's end
learned
that.
when I first learned of the gig, I didn't know people got paid for that. That's real, right? I never. Change the subject.
What do you do? What do you make? Really interesting to hear all the intriguing jobs that people have. And it's amazing. I always run into somebody that makes the most amount of money that I've ever heard for a job that I've never heard of. Kind of like that estate manager. And that does make sense. Man, it's amazing. When somebody's got so much money, the people they have around them and just who's collecting checks for doing what. I saw one time there's this one family, they had 3 nannies per kid.
3 per kid?
3 per kid. I'm like, how awful is that child that they need 3 nannies?
Well, you're just buying the kid friends at that point.
That seems
Crazy,
so
huh?
excessive.
It was. I'm like, wow. Yeah, that's one of those jobs you can make some coin.
I saw one time, I'm 99% sure it was Michael Jordan's nannies because they were chasing kids around downtown at the gardens that were coming off the...
Yeah, we must have been together because I saw that too.
Yeah,
Okay, we were together.
We were all together because they had on his...
The logo.
Yeah, they had his logo on. Yeah, we saw that. That was his nannies. Yeah, he had 3, I think it was 3 nannies for 2.
That was pretty impressive.
Yeah.
And they all had the same uniforms with that logo. I was like, oh, that is money.
Yeah, they were wearing the 23 Chicago Bulls jersey.
Yeah.
No, they were.
Well, it's his birthday today, so he's going to be out somewhere, probably at his place. So
Probably playing golf.
Oh, he's golfing right now. You can bet it. And he's probably gambling. He's probably already gambled $100,000.
He's probably already won or lost more than you'll make all year.
Don't make me cry, Virginia.
I mean, if you're Michael Jordan, you wake up today on your birthday. What's your day like? What's the first thing you do?
Yeah, he golfs. I think you're right.
Golf and gamble.
He's golfing and gambling.
Drinking some whiskey, smoking some stogies.
Cigars, yeah, some high-end booze. And
Real
then
high
Okay,
end.
I know we can't live that lifestyle, but this weekend, let's do that mini golf. Let's get some whiskey. Let's get some cigars. Let's dress sort of fancy.
Yeah.
And act like we're big time.
Yeah,
Let's go to mini golf with a natty light buzz.
Yeah. So don't want to.
A couple other professions. Somebody said, I've been a UPS driver for 2 years. I make 70 to 80K a year. No degree, just hard work.
Okay.
And a chief inspector for corporations aircraft in South Florida is making $150,000 a year. Yeah, I know that. They got all those private planes that, fly in and out of South Florida, and they've got mechanics and inspectors and crew and all that kind of stuff. I'm always, intrigued about how much those boat captains make. The really big yachts and the crew that's on there.
Yeah, good question.
Some of those can clear in a good chunk of money. So, fascinating stuff. Virginia, earlier you're talking about sharing makeup.
Yes.
And a lot of people said, yeah, you just don't. That's gnarly and nasty.
I remember when I was a little kid, they always have in the malls, they'd have makeup you can try, and they'd have the eyeshadow, and everyone would be using the same stuff. Do you remember when they'd do that? They'd have lipstick people would be using.
They still have samples out, and if you go places like I do to like Ulta or to Sephora, like all the high-end cosmetics have samples, and I'm always like skeeved out. I never use the samples because you don't know the girl that was just using it before you.
Well, especially back in the day. I'm talking when I was a little kid seeing that stuff, in the 80s and 90s.
You're supposed to use a fresh Q-tip, but these girls don't always follow the rules.
I just would think that's gross.
It is gross.
And it still goes on, you say.
It still goes on. There are still renegades, and you're supposed to use a clean Q-tip or a new fresh applicator, but there's so many rogues out there, you can't trust it.
Have you ever known anyone that would not go anywhere without makeup on?
Yeah, me.
Okay. You would say you're that way?
You come in here sometimes a little natural.
When?
You'll just have a little bit of lipstick on. Unless, do you always put foundation on?
Always. Ever since y'all started KVJ TV, this hooker's never been in here barefaced.
Okay.
So you always have foundation on?
Always.
Right now?
Right this second. Lick it off, I dare you.
Do you ever just go to the store without makeup?
No.
Really? Yeah.
I mean, I might go with no foundation and just eye makeup, but I would never go barefaced.
Has me and Kevin, in the history of knowing you, ever seen you without foundation on? Who are you?
Can you imagine she took it all off and be like, oh my gosh,
Yeah,
we didn't even recognize her?
It's not pretty. I mean, there's a TikTok up where you can see it, and it's not good.
Okay, what? All right.
I did a TikTok where I showed getting ready from the first minute until coming in here, and in the very beginning of it, it's horrifying.
Did you know about this, Kevin?
I didn't know that she always had. I mean, I know she, for the most part, that's why I was curious, when she does go without makeup, because, yeah, especially she's right. Since KVJ TV, I can't think of a day that she's come in without it on.
You see, you got a little rouge on today, I see.
It's called blush, but yes.
Okay.
Your mama called it rouge.
You got some eyeliner, it looks like.
I do.
You got a little bit of, let me close your eyes. Yeah, you got a subtle eyeshadow. Not
a bit.
None.
Not a
okay,
stitch.
you just have dark eye circles.
I hear that looks in, though.
That's time.
Yeah.
That's aging. Thanks.
Somebody texted in and said, yeah, I've been with my girlfriend for close to a year, and she still won't let me see her without makeup. If we ever stay at each other's place, she will clean her face and then come back to bed in the dark. She always wakes up before me, and she'll put her makeup on and then come back to bed. The one time I got up before she did, she pulled the covers over her head until I left the room. I assume this comes from some kind of deep-rooted insecurity, so I always tell her that she is beautiful for so much more than just her face, but it's not helping.
A lot of times.
Oh, that's sweet of you to do that for her because she obviously, yes, is insecure and you're handling it totally awesome.
I'm not even kidding you. Honestly, a lot of times I think a woman with no makeup on looks better. I really do. When you wake up, I mean, obviously it helps. But if you're
guys always say that until they see us without makeup on, they're like, "Ooh, whoa, hey."
But I said the same thing about a woman that's got messy hair.
I want a natural woman. No, you actually don't.
Messy hair on a woman doesn't look like messy hair to me. I think it's
There's a thing
adorable.
called like coiffed bedhead, and you see it and it's messy, but she fixed it like that. If you really saw how we look when we wake up, some of us, not all of us, some of us look good.
You know what I equate it to? It's the equivalent of guys who look good without hair. There are some guys that do look good bald, and the same thing with women. And being completely honest, not fluffing y'all up, some of you look ghastly without makeup. Some of you look absolutely fantastic. And it's kind of odd that some do and some don't.
Some look weird with makeup too.
No, you're right.
The one faux pas I notice is it's all about that foundation where you got foundation, and then it just stops in the middle of the game, and it goes foundation, regular skin, and it looks like
you got a brown face and a white neck.
Well, it looks like you ran into a donut.
Which isn't a bad thing to run into.
Agreed.
This is crazy. Somebody said, yeah, my aunt is like that. My aunt's husband has never, ever seen her without makeup, and they have been married for close to 40 years.
Wow.
40 years, and he's never seen her without makeup.
So at that point, you just have to realize your mate is set that way. That's their thing, and you're there. You're with them or not. You're gonna accept their quirk or not. After 40 years, that's how that person's built.
Yeah, and that's just their thing. It's what they need to do.
Yes.
Their self-esteem thing, and I guess you got to respect that.
I think it's sweet, too, because she wants to look beautiful for you.
Yeah.
Her man, she never wants you to look at her and think that she's anything but a goddess.
If
she cares what you think.
If it's really something that she wants to be doing, I think it... God bless you.
Yeah, if you've been, and I've heard that same story, like your old aunt who's been married for 40 years, he's never seen her without makeup. That's not a rare thing. I think maybe the older generation, too, did it more.
I think it's old school.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think newer, younger girls realize that they don't need all that.
Okay.
When you're young, you really don't.
Yeah.
If you have a beautiful, fresh face and you have that smooth skin that you have in your 20s, you don't.
Well, and I think part of it, too, for the people that do wear the makeup all the time, when I say that, I think that people just become so accustomed to seeing your face with the makeup.
True.
Where if we didn't, then it wouldn't be that severe of a change. And then sometimes when you do see that person that always has makeup on and a lot of it, and they don't, you're like, oh, hey, it kind of takes you back.
Whoa.
You're like, whoa, okay.
I dare you to not wear foundation to work tomorrow. I dare you. Do you got enough nards to not do that?
Nah.
Nah. Nope, she's not going to play your game. Oh, talking about the people that are just so beautiful, they don't need any kind of makeup, or the people that look really attractive even with no hair. They are the blessed few, and apparently they have even more blessings because they have great immune systems. There's a new study that found that attractive people have better immune systems. I mean, come on, really? I mean, what the heck?
The hotter you are on the outside, the hotter you are on the inside.
Yeah, they had people rate other people's looks, neck up, and then they looked at how healthy their immune system was, and of course they correlated perfectly. What the heck, man?
Survival of the cutest.
Jeez.
Oh, is that a slogan?
I just made it up.
Survival of the
could
cutest.
work. There's a crowd that would love that.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate
You
it.
hate that crowd? Yeah.
I think it would work, Virginia.
They're on TikTok right now. Hashtag I'm starting it, girls.
They're talking about brunch.
Survival of the cutest.
Yeah, they think this all ties in that, we find attraction to those that, we think are going to be healthier and we're looking for a good mate. It's kind of a biological thing that is wired in. And so when you're healthy, you'll have clear skin, full, attractive lips, things like that.
Aha, tricked you. I got lip fillers.
Right. Yeah, that's the tricky thing. Yeah, you don't know, but apparently there's something to it. Hotties have better immune systems.
Yeah, Bird, you're out there just looking for a hottie. Jeez. You're attracted to our features. Beautiful lips.
Is it commercial?
Look at my lips.
Is it commercial break yet, Kay?
Look at them.
Not yet. Virginia's got to beat you in a round of Hank Pinks.
Oh, I love Hank Pinks. Okay, let's get into it.
Virginia's really good, though.
I know, I'm terrible. But I love all things that I'm terrible at.
It's fun little teacher game. It's rhyming riddles. You might play these with your kids or with your friends. Tough to do when you're drinking, but here's what you do is it's a rhyming riddle where I give you something and the answer has to rhyme. Like if I say a large feline, the
Fat
answer
cat. Big
is
cat. Yeah.
The big doesn't rhyme with cat.
I'm working it out.
Yeah. Yeah, fat cat would be
I
it.
get
Virginia was right there. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I will give you 10 seconds to figure it out here. 10 seconds. Right. Okay. Whoever gets in first with their answer will get the point. Okay, here we go. Okay, this is a round of Hank Pinks. All right, first one. Pale man in armor.
White Knight.
Suits thing, Virginia? Okay, yeah, he's going Virginia on that. You both got it right, but Virginia just started right before the bird.
Bird's on it today. All right.
That's good, though. Yeah, that was good.
Look at you.
Blew out my trachea on that one.
Okay, here's your next Hank Pink. All right, your answer has to rhyme. No more fiber. No more fiber.
Gut butt. No.
Okay, not what we're looking for. No more fiber.
No brand plan?
Okay, that's close. Brand ban.
Brand ban.
Brand ban. That's what you're looking for on that. That was a tough one. That was a tough one.
No brand plan sounds good, too.
I don't think gut butt's that bad.
Everybody's rallying for their answer that wasn't right. Gut butt.
All right, here's your next clue. What is the answer for this Hank Pink? A bashful insect.
Shy fly.
Oh, bird! A shy fly is a bashful insect.
Look at you.
Tied it up.
Okay, I love. I'm going crazy for these Hank Pinks. I love them. I love them.
Okay. All right. This one is a tiny insect.
Small.
Tiny insect.
Little.
How would you do it so the answer rhymes? 2 words that rhyme. It's a tough one. We bee.
Oh, now they got to throw in some.
Yeah. Okay.
Hank Pink's jumping the shark.
That's what we do, Kevin.
Yeah.
When we get one wrong, we make fun of your game.
That's a good idea.
We have to bring it down.
It's a good strategy.
No, I love Hank Pink. I'm having so much fun.
Okay. I think you'll get this one.
All right.
Who's going to be faster? A blackbird that doesn't fly fast.
Slow crow.
Oh, bird! A slow crow.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
you came to play.
Okay, Witchy.
When they're easy, he gets them.
Bird's up 2-1.
Don't take away my shine. I'm gonna enjoy this. I'm gonna chase this feeling.
Okay, next Hank Pink. Jaybird up 1 on Virginia. A skinny little horse.
Tiny pony, small foal.
Fair hair. Thin. Small bone.
Bony pony.
Bony.
Skinny little horse. Is
That's a
bony
good one.
Pony.
That's coming out like a garbage pail kid.
That's a good one.
Kids, Google garbage pail kid.
Okay, what do you think about this one? A cautious bird. What is the Hank Pink? 2 words that rhyme for the answer. A cautious bird.
Slow crow?
Safe.
Wary canary.
Wary canary.
Wary canary.
Oh, my
That is a hard one. I'm giving you an easy then a hard. Easy then a hard.
Am I still up by 1?
You are up 2-1.
God, I want this win bad.
This is an easier one. I think somebody will get this one. Your Hank Pink is a wet puppy.
Soggy doggy?
Soggy doggy.
Virginia. I think I got that first, right?
Oh, gosh, dogs?
Yeah. Virginia got soggy doggy and tied it all up. The next point will win it.
Oh, man, Hank Pinks.
It comes down to this.
It does. Comes
man.
all down to this here.
Want to make it
tied to a
interesting?
piece.
What are you thinking?
$20.
Done fun.
Stupid Cupid.
Witchy bitchy. Witchy.
Okay, here you go. This could be the final one here.
Oh,
if you get
boy.
this right, tied to a piece. The Hank Pink is a greased bird. A greased bird.
Slick chick.
Slick chick. He's
Slick chick. Right at the buzzer.
At the buzzer.
There is the Hank Pink champ of the KVJ Show.
Please don't get rid of this bit.
Oh, man, he loves them. You got your first win, big guy.
I love Hank Pink.
Look at that. Very nice. Slick
Ooh,
chick.
Drink pink. A little drink in that pink and Hank. All right, stop it.
Yeah, you went too far. Oh, this is odd and rather disturbing. We're talking about the slow crows and the wary canaries a second ago and the Hank Pinks, but apparently Bird is seeing these critters falling from the sky. You said you just been seeing birds just dropping dead everywhere.
In the last week in my neighborhood, I saw 2 what looks to be like crows.
Yeah.
Just flat out fall to the ground, drop dead. And then one of them was uncomfortable because it looked like it was it looked like it fell from the power line. So I tried to kind of see where it was at. I couldn't find the bird, and now I'm like, I hope my neighbors don't see me because it looks like I'm just looking in their window now. But I couldn't see where it landed. But it looked like it just did a straight up drop right down and fall to the ground. I've seen it happen twice now. Is there something going on with our birds, or is that a technique they're doing? It looks like they flat out are just drop dead.
Do you see them hit the ground and lay there?
I see them fall to the ground, but I can't get to where they're falling at. So I'm witnessing them fall. I just don't know where they're. I don't have access to it.
Okay, where they're falling to.
Yeah, you know the power lines about the back of my house?
Yeah, you have a lot of them.
Yeah, a lot of the crows will stay on there, and some will fly around. One was not even on the power line. It was on the wooden little stand there and just fell.
Huh. I don't know.
What the hell is that?
Well, I mean, there's so many options. It could be that somebody's poisoning them or something else is, going on nefarious like that.
Just asking if anyone else has seen anything like that. It's a bit ominous, no?
I haven't heard anything like in the news about the birds are dropping dead.
Could it be the electricity?
I was wondering the same thing, but the one that did fall wasn't on anything that was electrical. The one was on a power line, one was not. I've seen 2.
If it was a chicken, it'd have been shocked cock.
Oh, man. I wrote one up for, I got one. A Hank Pink. If you guys,
you're making your own Hank Pink?
I started to write my own Hank Pinks. See how good you got. I only got one, though.
All right, let's see if we can get it.
A high Denny's being aroused.
Stoner boner.
Boom, Virginia, stoner boner.
Okay,
Nice.
yeah, that's fun. Yeah, I see what you did there.
Yeah, we write some up later.
Yeah.
It's all he's going to do all day.
I'm loving Hank Pinks.
Okay.
It takes a minute to get into them. I know some people are confused in the chat room. It takes a round or 2 to.
You also have to have your coffee.
And I was trying to explain it'd be a good drink game. That's what I meant to say. Drink pink. If you get it wrong, you got to drink.
Yeah, well, if you get it right, you don't have to drink, but everybody else has to.
Drink
It could be, drink pink. Yeah, it could be a fun little game there.
Look at you.
Okay. Well, today is Random Acts of Kindness Day. Jay Bird's going to be going out with his Dunkin' gift cards today.
How do you want to approach that? Now I'm doing a video. Do I just randomly go, hey, mister, would you like and while I'm on film?
Yeah.
Do I also go, hey, can I get permission to film you? See what I'm saying? Do I just... Do I talk to him behind the scenes? Do I just ambush him? What do you think, Virginia?
I mean, as long as they say, "Hey, it's okay for you to use this for broadcast."
No live. Then we'll do straight up production.
Yeah,
video.
we do.
Yeah.
Just edit a few together. Just
I love it.
A little TikTok video or something.
I know exactly where I'm going.
You do? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You're going to keep
Just
it
don't
random?
go in the Dunkin'.
Yeah.
They would frown on that.
Don't worry about
It would hurt business.
Everybody in line.
You got to find people that weren't already going to
That's
give
right.
Dunkin' their money. Give them the gift cards, not like, say, 5 cars in the drive-thru.
Okay.
I know.
She's mansplaining marketing
I
to
know.
you.
My friend Mean Queen.
All right, Bird. Wrap it all up here before we get to the After the Show podcast with your thought for the day.
Kindness. We've talked a lot about kindness today.
Yep.
Kindness begins with the understanding that we all struggle.
Okay. That's true. Yeah. Everybody's going through something, man.
The KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.